Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks. The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
If you want to put it, feel free. I've done it before. I'll let you go from to my. And that's really sick.
This is where entertainment is going.
More audio V-Rock in the bathroom. They are sick freaks. Can you pop this? I want to see something squirt out. Aim it over there.
This is the worst show This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Hi. It's Opie and Anthony. On this 2 for Tuesday. No. Of course not. No.
Anyone still doing that?
I guess.
Jesus.
Phone number, 877-212-ONA. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Hurricane Dean is going to hit landfall today.
Oh, my God. Should we go home?
So at this point...
Oh, not here.
Where's it going to hit?
Yeah. The Yucatan Peninsula.
The Yucatan Peninsula. So everybody that lives within a 100-mile radius of that area is gone, right?
Gotta be.
Gotta be, right?
Gotta be gone.
Don't make me feel bad for you.
I don't know. Those places, they don't seem to get it. They hang out in these little huts and get blown away and get killed.
This whole hurricane thing, you see it coming for days.
Yeah, it's on the news. They track it.
They track it slowly. Hurricane Dean moved forward 10 miles today. Should hit landfall sometime in mid-September.
Yeah,
you got time to plan.
It's not like a tornado that kind of comes out of nowhere and all of a sudden, oh, geez, there's a tornado.
Yeah, and it just takes your house away.
Hurricanes don't all of a sudden just pop up and go, oh, we're in a hurricane. And this one is giant.
It's a Category 5. That's as big as they get, right?
Yeah, and it's strong, and it's taken up the whole peninsula.
But the voice of Hurricane Dean would be like, because it's just moving really slow.
Yeah, they kind of just bounce around a little bit. And then I'll just rip a little piece off of this. I'll threaten Jamaica, but I take a little turn.
Well, because it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, they don't really know where they're going.
I'm going to go over here for a while.
The steering winds. The steering winds.
But please, if you're in that area, I don't want to feel sorry for you. Get the F out. You have plenty of time.
Well, I'm looking at some footage, and there's people carrying stuff on their heads.
Oh, wow.
I don't think they're watching the coverage. If you're carrying a bag of, like, grain...
Laundry?
Yeah, laundry or grain on your head, you're not watching the coverage.
And you're carrying laundry on your head with your left hand, like your hand's up there to balance it, and your right hand is dragging a yak.
And you have children clinging to you.
Maybe you don't have the means to get out, is what you're saying?
Yeah, perhaps. There's no way to get out.
How about that's the bit? If you're doing this, you don't have the means to get out of the way of a hurricane.
You don't. They said there were some Mayan ruins that they said could be ruined on the news. Like it's Mayan ruins that have been standing there for, quite some time.
Aren't they ruined already?
Taken many hurricanes.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be the one, they say, that might damage them. They've been there for how long?
About 100 years or so.
Perhaps longer than that, Hope. Yeah, so they're all worried about them, but not the woman with the grain on her head pulling the yak.
The yak.
Her yak. She's got to get her yak out.
Yeah.
That's like your bank account.
Well, the yak is like your car.
That's, yeah. It's like, that's your big, that's your big item.
Yeah.
It's like your house. That should be.
That's the big get.
That's the bank.
You know, for Eric Logan, it's a Corvette. For some lady in the Yucatan Peninsula, it's a yak.
It's a yak. You don't want the yak getting blown away and killed.
Because, you know, you get many, many things from the yak. Transportation, food.
Probably yak milk.
Yak milk. You probably like, comb the fur and make a rug out of it. I don't know.
Yeah. When you comb it, the little hairs that come out, you weave them into a rug or clothing.
Right. Here comes Scott M. from Seattle, Washington. If you're carrying a sack of grain or laundry on your head, you're in bed. No, we're changing the bid today, though, sir.
He's on last week's time.
Yeah, if you have that and the yak, you don't have the means to get out of the way of a hurricane. Because, you know, a lot of comedians do talk about hurricanes and how they take their time, and you should be able to get the hell out.
Yeah.
You know, they said that about New Orleans. Like, well, God, didn't these people see this thing coming for two straight weeks?
Oh, it'd come in.
But the reality is they didn't have the means to get out. They're dirt poor.
Walk.
Just start walking.
There's enough time. A lot of these people that don't have the means. The yak lady. But what about someone who doesn't even have a yak? That's someone who's poor.
Yeah.
They don't even own a yak. You just walk. Ask somebody, where's the hurricane coming? Which way do I walk? That way.
Just start walking.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
What if you got bad knees from football?
I don't think they're playing football over there either.
Well, they might have tried.
No, their idea of fun is just kicking a rock around a big dirt yard and waving at each other.
Wearing Nike shirts.
So we got the Hurricane 5 hitting land today. And we also have the Space Shuttle Endeavour coming back to Earth, right?
The Endeavour.
When do we start making our popcorn to check this thing out?
Somewhere around 12:30, 12:40.
Around noon, we'll see.
Somewhere around there.
We'll see if that gouge has anything to do.
If the big chunk taken out of the bottom is going to cause any problems.
Yeah.
Boy, that's got to be a nerve-wracking flight back. You know when you're in a plane and you get back under the clouds and realize, ooh, this weather's nasty down here. And the plane's getting blown around and you're coming in for a landing. You get a little nerve-wracked.
Yeah.
Think of how it feels. Gotta come through the atmosphere at a few grand and, could just burn up.
Yeah, and you would just get really hot really fast.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't even know what hit.
It's probably got to be instantaneous.
Doug
when
Beef.
One of those things come apart.
Here we go. Doug B. from Salt Lake City. They're revving up. If you couldn't get a satellite dish attached to your thatch roof,
yeah,
you don't have the means to get out of the way of a hurricane.
Oh, what's going on? New information on Chris Benoit?
Yeah, they're saying that he needed the steroids.
What?
For some kind of condition he had, yeah.
Oh.
He needed a lot of steroids for a condition he was fighting.
Grotesque when kids are killed or die. People put the little bunny rabbits up by the wall and
really, it's just creepy.
Eerie. Stop. Haunted house. Who's going to move in there now? It's a beautiful house. Probably real dirt cheap now. You wake up and the kid's leaning over your bed, like 2 inches away from you. I'm hungry.
Oh my God.
You keep hearing weights just going clang.
How many people do you think are living in houses right now? And there was some horrific thing that happened back in the day, and they have no idea.
No idea.
No idea, because the realtors aren't going to tell you.
That is always just the creepiest thing to me.
Well, I told you when I was looking for, to buy a place here in Manhattan, I went through this beautiful brownstone early on in the process, and I didn't understand why they were selling. And we went through the whole house, and the mom was very anxious, and she's following us, and she's like cleaning up as we go, even though she cleaned up the place ahead of time, but she's just straightening up as we're going along. She wanted this house sold so bad. I'm like, wow, man, they're a bit anxious. And you know the deal when you're dealing with real estate, you don't want to look too anxious.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get screwed in the deal, right? Mm-hmm. So we leave, and then the realtor, I'm like, all right, what's the deal? There's obviously something going on. Wow. Their 17-year-old son committed suicide in that house. And then I'm like, all right, next house.
Show the black light in his room and just splatters all over the place.
Well, then I was going back over our little tour, and I'm trying to figure out what room it was in, and trying to figure out I'm trying to remember how she was acting in each room, which room it was. Did he do it in one of the bedrooms? Did he decide to be selfish and do it right in the living room?
Yeah.
Did he do it in the shower? I don't know.
What tipped you off? Like the room you walked into when she covered her face and cried and ran into the bathroom? That'd be the room.
This music's too early for our fans.
Very creepy.
This is creepy. People are waking up to this right now.
I had that house that me and my family lived in. Me, my brother, my sister, and my mommy lived in that house in Huntington. And right after we moved out, a guy moved in with his 2 kids. And they came home from school one day. Opened the door, walked in the little foyer that I had walked into many times after I'd gone to school. And the father shot both of his kids in the head and then shot himself. There they were, just bleeding all over my floor, the linoleum that I helped my mommy put in.
And the reason you know this was because it was all over the newspaper and all over TV. And, and you're looking at pictures of this horrific crime scene, remembering when you had a Christmas tree in that room.
Great, yeah. Great times in there. But there are people that live in places, when I was living in an apartment in Brooklyn, it's an old apartment. You got to figure the room you're sleeping in, someone just dropped dead in there. That's why I like new construction. Although the house that they plowed under, who knows what happened in there. Indian burial ground.
Yeah.
Something. They didn't move. They only moved the tombstones. Creepy. If you're bother you at all, it would bother the hell out of me.
It would bother me, yeah. I mean, sure. It would be some energy there that I wouldn't like. Well, I wonder what kind of sex people had. Like, what has happened in this bedroom?
See, it always goes to sex with you. Why? Because we think of horrific death, and you think of sex.
Because I'll tell you why. Death may not have occurred in any place you're living in. Sex almost undoubtedly did.
Yeah.
So you wonder what different stuff happened in this room I'm in. Mm-hmm. Was it kinky? Was it loving? Was it awful? Was it,
baby.
But you know what happened.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Well, hotel rooms are great for that, too. You just never know what happened in a hotel room. Dirty. Ugh. I don't like the idea of using the remote and then, grabbing a handful of the grapes that are there on the fruit plate, and you're like, oh, the remote. Because after you have sex, and
that's the first thing you grab.
You grab the remote. I know. And
kind of turn on ESPN.
Not even the first thing that you grab. The first thing you grab is usually either the sheet or some tissues. It's just kind of, what's the matter, Jimmy?
Tissues.
You don't.
Now they stick.
No, I'm not talking about really to clean that up. I'm just like, to maybe something got everywhere.
Okay.
Maybe something just an explosion.
Save yourself a cleaning bill.
Yeah, and just so you don't have to, you get it back into bed and go, and then those go flying on the floor because someone else has got to pick them up. I don't care.
Yeah, but you don't.
But then you grab the remote and maybe there's something on your hands.
You don't feel the weird energy when you go through a house and wonder about what kind of sex was done in that place.
That's true.
I feel weird. I definitely feel weird energy in houses. Absolutely.
I never had that feeling.
And, obviously, old houses in particular. And you would say, well, old houses are creepy to begin with, and that's why you feel the energy. I don't feel it in every old house. No, but I definitely feel things in certain houses. I'm like, let's get the F out of here.
I didn't look at that many. When I looked for my place, it was just a few places I looked in, and I didn't really get any weird vibes in any of them.
No, same thing with houses. I didn't get weird vibes. I got this place sucks.
Yeah.
No, there was a place on Riverside Drive, very old building that they redid completely. And I walked through that place, and I was like, no way are we living here. And it was beautiful, but I got a vibe in that joint. And then they told me that, the building's at least 150 years old.
And a lot of stuff happened there.
They redid the whole thing, and I swear to you, I felt an energy that I was like, ugh.
Probably some whoopings given in that place.
It was just creepy. I just got, the hair was standing up on my arms and stuff. Yeah, there was something going on there. My brother, lived in a haunted house. He swears to it. Back up there in White Plains, he swears by it. Faucets going on in the middle of the night, doors slamming, all sorts of crazy crap.
Isn't this very, it's easy to confirm? How come people it was haunted? Only me. If they were real, I love these paranormal jackasses that go into these places with all kinds of machinery and don't find anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. But, I mean, when you're living in that situation, you have no doubt in your mind, you know?
Yeah, but then why wouldn't you just run video all the time?
Well, maybe it doesn't get picked up by the video.
Oh, stop.
That's what I
Camera
think.
shy ghosts.
Maybe ghosts. Maybe they're union actors.
Yeah.
You think, why do ghosts have
to be paid?
Why do you have to see ghosts? Just because that's how it's portrayed in movies?
No, but you would see some kind of weird activity happening. There was something that was the creepiest damn thing, and it was obviously some kind of gimmick, but it was when webcams first really getting popular, and a lot of people were just going on the chick webcams, the college webcams, things like that. But there was one, it was a haunted house cam. And all the cameras were black and white, and you could go to various rooms in the house and just look at down the hallways. And then they had the basement and the crawl space was one of them. And it's a lot of people have reported seeing a white see-through figure moving at the end of this hallway. And you'd look at it, and I'm like, I can't look at this, because if I see something, I'm going to drop dead. I just cannot take anything like that. Creepy cameras. You're switching around to different rooms. This room was, used as a nursery, and the baby died, and there's all kinds of weird stories in there, and I just could not look at these cameras.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Let's say hi to Joe in Rockland County. Joe, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. I got kind of a funny story. I work for Con Edison down in the city, and we're in basements and people's houses every day. And you would be amazed at the sounds and the energy you feel in some of these homes. I totally agree with all.
Yeah.
You go in somebody's houses, and it's just like you go in these dark, dingy basements, and you see shadowy things and noises. You pray it's just a rat, because God forbid you see something, it's like, you're out of there.
Look, I don't know what it is, but I definitely feel an energy in some houses.
Yeah.
When I go through them, I know that. I don't know what it could be. Maybe there's too much electricity being pumped through the house because it's old. I don't know. I don't know what it could be, but I definitely feel creepy feelings in certain houses. Yes.
Mine's just scary. This fear.
I agree with you. It's scary.
All right,
mine's just Joe. Fear. I'm a baby when it comes to things like that. I was doing a job once at this huge, old estate. Had to be 180 years old, and they were renovating it and turning it into a country club somewhere on the North Shore of Long Island. And we were the first ones in to pull out old radiators and copper piping and things like that. And it was just me and two other guys on our crew and this huge place. So we went exploring around the place. And it was four stories with these spiral staircases and huge stairs and big rooms with fireplaces in them. It was just a beautiful estate, but it was abandoned for so long that you'd open up these rooms and wonder what happened in them over the years. And just getting there early in the morning where it was still kind of dark and you're just there with your flashlight. Oh, so scary. So goddamn scary. Just because if I saw anything, that's it. And I'd be walking just going, please don't see anything. Don't see anything because you'll go crazy. They'll just lock you up in an institution. If I saw something like that, just put me in the mental ward because I'd just be freaking out.
And why are we so scared? A ghost, you're not going to lose a fight against a ghost.
How do you know?
The ghost is going to punch right through you.
And you don't want to see this. You don't want to see here it is. I'd be like, what? What is it? Oh, what was that? Anthony, come with us. Walk into the fireplace. No! I would freak out.
But see, the ghost can't kill you.
He can with fear.
Keep you up all night, too, rattling, causing a ruckus.
A ruckus, I'm trying to sleep.
What a ghost would do is like, every time it popped up, you went, would you shut up? And just got really... You weren't afraid of it, you just hated it.
All right.
Right already, I heard, boo, I get it.
That would be funny. It would probably really piss the ghost off. This guy's unscarable.
Just turn a really big fan on because it can't hold its form.
Then it would just blow away.
Now what are you going to do?
Fans.
Now what are you going to do without those bones and skin?
Being haunted by fog.
Right. Chris, what's up?
Hey, I wanted to tell you, I had worked for a demolition company in Brooklyn. We were in charge of opening up walls so the asbestos crew could get in, and it was in an abandoned building in Kingsborough Psychiatric. So every day we would come in because there was no power in the building. They shut it all off. And there would be one outlet that we could find way down in the mechanical space. And we would hook it up, 2 clips, hook it up, and pretty much do most of the work from this one freaking outlet. We would come in the next day, and the outlet would be the wires from the outlet would be carefully removed and laid on the floor, and the 2 wire nuts laid right next to it. So every time we hooked it up in the morning, we would come back in the evening. We would come back the next morning, and the thing would be completely disconnected.
It was probably the job super, so a fire wouldn't start.
Or some just meddling kids.
Unbelievable.
Right. And that's not really a good ghost story, though, that it actually helped in fire safety and helped put the tools away. I came back, my truck was washed.
I was horrified.
All right, Chris, thank you. Yeah, but Chris is convinced something was going on. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we take a quick break here? Drew Boogie, yesterday, he sent in the Bob Kelly remixes. He took some puking sound effects from Bob puking during the What the Hell Is That radio show we did. And he put this together using salt and pepper. It's quick.
What the hell is that? Holy crap! Give me a second.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's not forget, it's Rock Scream Tuesday.
Oh,
Rock Scream Tuesday, everyone.
Who's got their rock scream ready to go?
It's also Hummer Tuesday. What do you say, ladies? What do you say? What do you say? This is the day. This is the day. This is the day. If you're a fan of the show, you do a little something. That one we have to speak in code, but you know what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Just a way of showing your appreciation for the radio show, I guess.
Yeah, we have no idea why. There's no real reason. It's just we're guys.
It works, though. It works.
Why the lawyers say we can't talk about that anymore either?
Of course.
No, of course not.
Don't be too detailed with that one.
How about what's in your pants? Can we play that?
No.
Of course not.
Because we all know what's in there.
Yeah, pubic hair.
Dirty stuff.
No, we can't do that anymore.
Dirty stuff's in there that will offend people.
I think we're going to make a list of all the stuff we can't do anymore that we used to do a mere 4 or 5 years ago.
That would be a big, long list.
A very long list. But Hummer Tuesday's alive and well, ladies, if you know what I mean. If your man's a fan of this show, you know what to do. And then he goes, what was that for? And you go, hey, it's because you listen to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
We can say that much, right?
Absolutely.
Also, it's Far Away Phone Call Tuesday.
Let's get a phone call from the Yucatan Peninsula.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because that hurricane is slowly but surely making its way to land.
It's hitting land.
You know, in this day and age, I don't get it. I just don't get why you wouldn't get out of the way of a hurricane. Back in the day, of course, all of a sudden you're just surprised.
Look why.
Oh.
Do you think those people have televisions?
Well,
they're in mud huts.
There's no windows.
Yeah.
They don't have windows.
Well, there's hurricanes.
Well, we got some guy from his mobile device. Actually, Russ from Alabama, he writes, if you carry grain on your head, and then he does in the Vince voice, you need to get out. You need to get out now.
What are you doing there? Why are you still there? You gotta get out of there. Why didn't you leave? You didn't leave. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Follow me.
You got to the airport. I don't understand why people are still waiting to leave. They should have been gone a while. What are you still doing there? Why are you still there?
You're going to get blown away.
You're going to get blown away by the big wind coming from the hurricane. And you deserve it. You should have left days ago. But not, you were just stupid.
Get the hell out. Get the hell out now.
Get the hell out now.
That's my new favorite thing that Anthony does.
Angry Vince.
Angry Vince McMahon.
He's always angry.
It's waking
Get that grain off your head and take it off now.
You do a yak one.
What is that, a yak? Leave the yak behind and get on a plane.
They can't get on planes, Angry Vince. They're not all billionaires like you.
Look, I'm willing to send a limo down. The exploding limo. Go ahead, get in the exploding limo. You know you want to. Stupid Vince.
Angry Vince McMahon. So, Wake Up Your Spouse Tuesday. We don't have any of those yet. Nope. And this one, we only say once every day.
Yeah.
We need the help of our listeners. Yes, last week we did pretty well with this.
Yeah.
With fake UFO sightings and
right.
And remember the alien getting run over by a truck driver?
We say it very early.
Yeah, we say it very early, then we don't say it again. So if you're listening to this part of the show, you're in on the joke. And basically, it's Make Up Stuff Tuesday. So later on, also, we'll take a phone call from somebody, and if it sounds somewhat believable, we will just go with it.
Yeah.
And see where it takes us, and we won't even question that you're telling a fib.
And then if anyone tuning in later on that didn't hear this part of the show, think it's real.
Yeah.
See, but you got to make it sound real, because if it doesn't sound real, we can't blow up the bit. So we'll call you out and make you look stupid by calling you a liar.
Yeah, we'll just say you're lying. Why would you call up with something so stupid?
There's consequences.
But the reason why you were calling up was because you heard that we're asking for people to make up stuff.
Yeah.
Later on.
So today, maybe Terrence Howard's publicist can call in and say, yeah, he can't call in Thursday because he's going to be on the set at 6 in the morning. And we can go, oh, okay, that sounds right.
And we'd say, what a bunch of crap that is.
No.
Sounds like a lie.
Today we'd believe it.
Yeah.
Well,
we do.
To all the publicists out there that are booking guests for our show, will you just stop lying to us? We're not buying your stupid lies anymore. We were supposed to obviously have Terrence Howard on our show. And we got an email from Roland this morning that he's got to reschedule because they need him back on the set.
They don't need him on the...
he was scheduled for our show.
Yeah.
So at that point, Terrence needs to do something and give us a quick phone call and go, guys, I know I was supposed to call you and do a little thing, but I really have to get back on the set. Just want to acknowledge that you guys are human beings, and I'll be back on your show soon. But instead, we get some stupid lie from some stupid publicist. They had no intentions of having Terrence Howard on our show.
He'll be in New York for his premiere of his film tomorrow night. And then the next morning, he was supposed to do a phoner in to here.
Yeah.
What possible set could he be on if he's coming to his premiere? And then what are they flying him out during the after party because he has to be on? What do you think, we're idiots?
Yes.
Oh,
they do.
It's a quick phone call while you're getting your dumb makeup done or whatever.
So
we're going over your lines for that day.
If it was true, but it's not true. It's not.
No, I know. So I would rather have the publicist go, look, Terrence Howard just, he doesn't want to even be seen with you guys or in print with you guys or any of that crap. So I'm sorry. We kind of lied and said we would get you Terrence Howard because we really wanted you to take our D-list celebrities.
Yeah.
Because that's how they work.
I don't think it's even the artist, man. It's usually...
Dude, it never gets to the artist. Terrence Howard has no clue he's supposed to be on our show Thursday.
Yep.
I'm convinced of that. So to the publicist, stop lying to us. We've been at this game a very long time now. I'd rather be told the truth instead of some weird lie that he needs to be back on the set.
Yeah, I've had enough of having to be nice to you don't want to piss them off, and it's they think they've got us some cool guests, but who have they gotten us that we had to have? I can't think of anybody they've gotten us that we've had to have that we couldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
I thought Ozzy was a must get, but that wasn't the publicist.
It's always these publicists that think we're doing them a favor. And if we screw around with the guest and they get angry, they have all the power to tell us to go screw. Well, in this situation, how about they go screw? Enough with the publicists. Done. When I see them peeking through that window over there.
You want to just hit him on the head with a frying
flip
pan.
him the bird, I say.
We could say none of them in there. We could say they got to wait in the green room.
Yeah.
So,
and they're not allowed to even look.
And then they act like they're doing us a favor. No, we have a huge audience. We're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
This isn't a college radio show. We'll do you a favor.
Sounds like one.
If you take this nobody and these two nobodies from a film that's going to go direct to DVD, and if you take these guys starring in a reality show that no one is watching on TV, then we'll give you Terrence Howard. Go screw.
Yes.
No more favors. Yuck. Hey, by the way, Anthony brought up something in the office.
I did.
That is quite interesting. In the last year, 13,470 people died.
Died?
Because of drunk driving. Because of drunk driving.
If 13,500 people died of anything besides smoking, that seems to be another thing most people don't really care about. But
probably more people die because of smoking, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably way more.
But this is more of a, kind of violent, innocent, a lot of innocent people involved in drunk driving accidents as opposed to people that are smoking. I know the secondhand smoke argument, but I don't even want to get into that. It's just people, that are smoking, consciously smoking cigarettes. They want to kill themselves, whatever.
They kind of know what they're doing.
But when you're drunk and you're hammered to the point where you cannot even function in an automobile and you're killing people, 13,500 people.
Since when was that from?
That's
this
a year.
Is in the last year, Jimmy.
Say per year.
Now here's the point, and because we bring this up from time to time, these stupid politicians out there that go after violent video games. We were talking about Beavis and Butthead yesterday. One kid burned down his house because of the fire episode.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it yesterday. So what do? They have to adjust Beavis and Butthead and make it completely safe because one stupid kid did something stupid.
Yep.
The politicians go after the soft, the soft causes.
Yeah.
They would never take this head on. No pun intended, by the way.
It's very difficult to, and I don't think they want to make really, really strict rules about it because a lot of people drink and then drive. This is a crime that a lot of regular people can get in trouble for. It's not like you're not going to go out and murder somebody. The average person is not going to be like, I have the potential to just go out there and start killing people. But that's something that, oh my God, you might have a few drinks, you get arrested. If they up the penalty, a lot of these people in Congress and stuff, they drink and drive. They do. And then they could be put behind bars for a long period of time if they increase the penalties for these things. I don't think you're ever going to see it.
The point I'm making, though, I mean, they'll go after the violent video games, and it'll be all over TV. Hillary Clinton. We need to get rid of the violent video games. But this little stat hit the press today: 13,500 drunk driving deaths last year. It'll barely be mentioned on TV. But the next violent video game that pops up, or a rap song with violent lyrics,
that's a big thing. But also, what I was thinking is you get the bridge collapse. Now you're up to 13 people dead, And there's this calamity now to check the bridges in our country. 13 people. Tragic, especially for the families. Jesus Christ, it doesn't matter if it's one person. That family's going to be very upset. But looking at it statistically, very cold, just looking at it like that, it's not that many people. Not that many people die in bridge collapses per year. But there's this clamor now to inspect all the bridges, fix them. Oh, my God, like it is a big catastrophe. If anything else was killing 13,500 people randomly like that, there'd be a huge outcry or some kind of cause, a backlash.
You make a great point. I mean, maybe another 7 people will die because of some bridge collapse this year. Maybe, and that's stretching it. So maybe a total of 20 people this year.
School shootings, they're tragic.
Right.
Tragic. Again, the family's devastated. But again, statistically, looking at it very coldly and statistically, you're not even coming close
to 13,500.
13,000 people. We lost 3,000 people on September 11th. Tragic. 13,000 people. 13.5.
They're getting stricter though, man. I mean, like in the last few years, they've cracked down as far as like.
But you know what?
Mandatory jail time.
It's not really falling. They said, well, it fell from 13,700 to 13,560. It's like, that isn't really a drop off. That could just be a hiccup in the statistic.
Oh.
But it's even though the penalties are getting stronger, people are still killing people like that on the road.
How many deaths because of video games?
And I don't think none.
But they go after video games like it's.
I don't think the solution is stronger penalties because people want to drink and drive. They want to go out and drink, and then they got to get home, so they drive. Some people are a lot better at it than others. Some people, for some reason, don't even know they're going down the wrong way on an expressway, or which amazes me, or a freeway. How you get on the off-ramp and spin around the wrong way and then head into headlights.
Well, when drunk driving laws are passed, you're talking to sober people who are pretty judicial and prudent. Those are not the people you need to impress on. You know,
yeah.
You got to talk to people when they're hammered, like maybe make them blow into something, and if they're too drunk to drive, the car doesn't start.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I've always been for the drunk driving test. People aren't really rallying behind me on this one. Where you pay money, you take a special test where you drive and you drink and you drive, and then you have a certain level. And when you're impaired, that's your level. Some people's level can be way down to one beer and they're gone.
You rock.
I want to take the test because I know I'm good.
Oh my God! This is the audio.
So your license, you should be able to turn it over. The cop can, you blow into the breathalyzer. You blow like a 0.9 or some, some ridiculous number, 0.8, 0.9, 0.1, and you're rated at a 0.12. And they go, okay, you're free to go. You're very good at this.
This is the audio they're going to play someday on the news.
That's what I want. And it's not because of the high end people. Yeah. It's because of the low end people. There are people that cannot drive after 2 beers. They are completely gone, babbling, running into things.
Well, the point I'm making, the attention on this. No attention today for the most part, but like you said, bridge collapses, violent video games, all this other stuff gets massive attention like it's an epidemic, sweeping across America. When the real epidemic is 13,500 people are dying in drunk driving accidents, and that's only the people that died. How many drunk driving accidents are there a year?
And injured and dismembered, things like that.
A school shooting happens, like you said, it's absolutely awful, but it's not an epidemic like this.
Yeah.
But the politicians will take on all that other crap because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to take care of that crap because taking care of drunk driving is a very complicated thing.
Very.
It's an extremely complicated thing.
The liquor lobby's huge. The booze sales in this country are giant. It's a huge economic boost. The bar industry.
Big sin tax on it.
Yeah, huge sin tax on booze. I mean, they tax the crap out of liquor.
Right.
And cigarettes. So, yeah, it's something they don't want to do away with. They tried that once with the Prohibition.
Best commercials, man. They're awful commercials.
Oh, hate them. I know what you're talking about.
Videos of little kids, home videos.
Oh, God.
And then at the end, they tell you what it is.
Hungry. Okay, we'll feed you soon. Oh, look at my precious open up a Christmas present. And then it's like, yeah, little Kathleen.
Oh, that's so. Well, they
and
show
it's like they show a name,
driver.
killed by drunk driver.
They show the death date. Great, thank you.
That's whoever came up with that as a genius.
Yeah,
it's a brilliant campaign.
it's a great.
You know what I say?
Huh?
Show ugly kids. People won't care.
Yeah.
People don't care as much about ugly children as they do cute ones.
Hey, you don't think of that when you're watching the video, though. Like,
I do.
Well, he had a cow.
That kid's ugly.
You're crazy. PNC Bank Art Center banned all drinking in the parking lot because 2 stupid people died from drugs and booze during Ozfest. I'm reading this. This is Gutshot Drew.
Yeah, how'd they
Howell.
die?
They
OD'd, man.
It's 80 arrests, too, though. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, 80 arrests.
80 arrests and a lot of arrests.
But
for one
how many
show.
shows have they had over the years where they've had no problems?
Probably not
There's
many.
always one.
Probably, yeah, 2 or 3.
Probably not many where they've had no one, but I'm sure most of them are not this bad. Like an Eagles concert, there's probably one guy getting rowdy.
Yeah.
Sure, there's no problem with the Eagles concert.
I don't understand the mentality like 1 or 2 people wreck it for everybody. I mean, everybody. Because just like
1 or
you
2
were.
or 80.
Nah, just like you were saying, though, Anthony. I mean, you could go to a concert. Most people listening to us could go to a concert, have a few beers, whether it's before the show, during the show.
Mm-hmm.
They cut off the alcohol, sales, giving you enough time to kind of sober up. And you have no problem. You're enjoying a few beers, and you're enjoying your favorite band on stage.
Some people don't know moderation.
Well, 1 or 2 people don't know moderation, and they F it up for everybody.
Like
I'm sick of that
Cowboy
crap.
games, you can't get booze after the third quarter or after halftime or whatever. A lot of the it's like there's no other legal thing that has so many stipulations with it. Like with alcohol, you can only have this much before you drive. You can't fly 12 hours after you have this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't have this stuff after halftime. But it's legal.
But it's completely legal.
Yet it's the biggest cause of domestic violence. It's the biggest cause, I would say, of any substance of deaths on the highway, and it's so protected.
No, what pisses me off about
so highly.
No, what pisses me off about that whole cutting off the alcohol during sporting events. It's a fake we care. It's a fake responsibility. We're showing a fake responsibility here because most people aren't going to sober up in an hour and a half after they've cut off the alcohol sales.
Again, it's caused by people getting hammered, leaving the stadium, killing people, and then the people's family sue the stadium. So again, the lawyers got involved and said we got to kind of make it look like we're making an effort to get these people home safely.
Right.
But Jim is absolutely right. It's legal. If you're over 21 in this country, it is legal to drink wherever and whenever the hell you want. And but there are so many restrictions on it. Why? You got to ask yourself why. Because it is a dangerous item.
You'll be stopped randomly around holiday weekends.
Yeah.
Police will make you breathe in their face to make sure that you have not drank too much of this legal substance. Because if you do, you'll kill a family of 8.
Yeah.
Yet you can buy it everywhere.
But you can just pick it up, drink it, hop in a car, and start driving.
Well, there you go.
Cigarettes kill a lot of people. At least that's a self-induced only.
How about smoking kills 400,000 people a year?
Wow.
There you go, politicians. Take on that one.
We need that, though.
Take on that one.
We need that. This country would just be packed.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of need it for population control. Things are in place to keep people in check. Imagine an extra 400,000 people a year in this country. Christ.
They'll ban smoking in our lifetimes. The FDA, they'll find a drug reason to do it. The FDA, they'll find some kind of a legal reason to say that they ban it.
Again, a lot of money.
Yeah, but they're moving.
Not only that, not only the cigarette tax, but I mean the medical industry, the drug industry, the money they make off of the fact that people smoke and get emphysema and cancer and whatnot.
And that is
amazing.
That's all taken under consideration. I'm reading this book, and
no, you're not.
Yeah, I read, and this author is saying, imagine if there was a pill where you could take it and you never have to eat again. And you would stay at the exact weight you are.
There is cyanide.
You can stay at the exact weight you are, be completely healthy, but you don't have to deal with just eating on a daily basis.
Yeah.
How great would that be? And you think about it, that's kind of cool. Like, you would never feel hunger. You would never have, like, you wouldn't crave sushi or whatever you crave, a steak.
Yeah.
And then he explains how that would completely destroy the earth.
Yeah.
Because of the farmers and everything that goes into, producing food.
Food industry.
And, I mean, that's a ridiculous example, but it's not too far off from what you were just saying about the smoking thing.
Yeah, we have a balance.
If all of a sudden you just took smoking away, the economy would be affected throughout the entire world.
There's 400,000 extra people.
So you have to worry about them.
There's the medical industry is going broke because a lot of their medicine is based on people that smoke and have lung problems.
No, because first of all, smokers are compulsive. Smokers are compulsive. So when you take away cigarettes, I'm an ex-smoker. We eat, we drink, we do something else.
Oh, so it would...
It's not about the cigarettes. It is about filling the hole. So if the cigarettes are gone, okay, I won't get cancer. But let me shove food to my fat feast until my morbid obesity... Did I say feast? I was thinking obesity. What did I say? Shove food to my fat feast?
In my fat feast.
In my fat feast.
I have a big fat feast, It's I don't know what you boys are laughing at. It wasn't an error.
Sorry.
It was my fat feast.
Because you're feasting as you fill up your mouth.
I know, I was going to obesity, but I'll shove a lot of feed into my fat face, and then wind up needing the medical industry for something else. It won't be as much.
Yeah, you think it'll balance out?
Not quite balanced, but it won't be as bad as you think.
Yeah.
Gastric bypass surgeries and all that stuff.
But I think that's why nothing gets accomplished quickly. Everything has to be phased out slowly but surely.
Yeah.
So the economic effects aren't that great.
Quick is like revolution.
Like not everyone, but there seems to be a movement in this country to go to electric cars. You can't just do that tomorrow.
No.
You would destroy the economy.
Everyone gets an electric car tomorrow.
That's why we'll never see anything drastically done in our lifetime. There's things ready to happen, but they look at the economic effects and we got to slowly fade this out and slowly bring in the new technology.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
We got to
this
adjust the
industry.
factories, and we got to find jobs for these people that are going to be out of work. And
think of the lowly TV repairman. Whatever happened to the TV repairman?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a huge industry in this country. A TV would break, they'd call the TV repairman. He'd come over and fix your TV. Put some tubes in there or something. You don't get that anymore. Your TV breaks after a few years. The things are amazing now, and you kick it to the curb, and you get a new one, and that's it. So that part of the business is dead, but now people are buying a lot more TVs.
Wouldn't it be funny if you find out once an industry kind of phases out what the people who used to do that do, and so if it's something awful, like all TV repairmen now dig up bodies and just throw them around graveyards. they just have some awful activity. Wow, you used to repair washing machines. What do you do now? I bludgeon the elderly.
I work for the government. I bludgeon the elderly. There
used to be milkmen.
Right.
A milk truck
but these are all
with glass bottles would come to your house and put it in this stupid box in front of your house.
But these
of
are
course, Dad called her mom.
Yeah.
The wife.
But these are all small.
Ruined it.
These are all small things going away. What I'm getting at, if you took a major thing and just it goes away tomorrow.
Yeah.
The effects would just destroy the economy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of paranoia about the gas companies. Electric cars will never get made because the gas companies are too powerful. But I was watching a thing, just a guy was speaking, and he was the CEO of ExxonMobil. And I was it's not common knowledge. ExxonMobil is a company, but I'm they're two different gas companies.
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you just go to an ExxonMobil station? But we're so dumb, me included. I'll go to Mobil. I don't like Exxon. I'm going to go to Mobil.
It's one
crap.
company.
It's one guy.
Right. All right. We got to take a quick break.
Ooh.
Brilliant. You've discovered status quo. Craig from New England.
What does that mean? What's Craig from New England mean by that?
It's
just keeping things the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you keep the economy kind of floating on a level.
I don't like
where we can all kind of like survive. In
We're not discovering it. We knew it was there. We're just saying that
we're just bringing it into today's conversation.
There's an effect to that.
Right.
It keeps things from
moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. It keeps things moving slowly.
I read another book where we're supposed to be so much further advanced than we are today.
I saw movies where we're far advanced.
But I mean, but they just slow down. They slow down all progress because of status quo and this and that. But someone figured out we should be 200, whatever it was. I was going to just throw out a dumb number that means nothing. But
I'd say 200.
Like
sure.
We're supposed to be so much further along now. We have the technology. They have figured out this is what we know and this is what we could be doing with it. But we just can't skip ahead that fast.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do it nice and slowly and nice and gradually.
Flying cars?
Flying cars, sure.
Mylar suits?
I'm thinking rocket backpack.
Rocket pack?
Rocket backpack. Got to make it cool.
Don't forget the Industrial Revolution was only a couple hundred years ago. We're doing pretty good. I mean, we started off, like for 1,000 years, they were just using metal tools. And all of a sudden, a couple hundred years after this thing happens, and we're on the moon, and we can, transplant your spine and, possibly grow, new flesh.
Yeah, and look at porn on computers.
That's wonderful.
There you go.
By the way, last thing before we have to go to break, but you said the milkmen. What they've done now is they all work for a duffel bag company, and they make hollowed-out bottom duffel bags for child pornographers to smuggle DVDs in. I was reading a big article in Newsweek on that.
It was a huge article, right?
As long as they're doing something with themselves.
I think it was on it was the cover story, I believe.
Yes, it was. You showed a milkman raising his hands like, what do you want me to do? Get a hat said milkman on it.
All right. We got to take a quick break here. It's Opie and Anthony. I'm going to wreck your Ozzy.
Actually, that makes it better for you.
You're checking out Opie and Anthony. Gotta love Pal Talk. Tom walked in to say good morning. And Steven S. from Bayshore obviously saw him on the cam. The Pal Talk camera, and he writes, Tom C. is a Category 5 boracane.
Boracane.
Can I say that Michael Vick took part in the dog executions?
Oh, yeah. That's what they're saying.
Like little doggies.
People are saying.
If you're like the guy who runs the property and you're making money off it, all right, that's bad.
Yeah.
But if you're actually hands-on with killing the animals,
that takes a certain type of violent streak in you.
Pig of a person.
Like serial killers usually start out killing animals and being very cruel. It shows a lack of respect for life. This guy's just a scum.
We all know what he is, but no, I mean you can't say the last part.
Yeah, I know. Well, he really is just a way. I don't know who's defending this guy. I've seen a few people, teammates, I guess, defending him. It's ridiculous. And it's not just the dogs. I don't get. There are some dogs I would like to chop their heads off too.
Greyhounds. Yuck.
No, not the greyhound.
Yuck.
They're very regal-looking dogs. I'm thinking Yorkshire Terriers.
Really?
Oh, no, they're lovely.
I want to twist off a Yorkie's head.
No.
Because they're just yappy dogs. Shut up.
I don't like greyhounds and any dog that weighs less than 2 pounds.
Like a Yorkie.
Are Yorkies less than 2 pounds?
Yeah,
what are the ones that
tiny.
are really tiny, with teeny little legs as small as this Sharpie?
Oh, like a nice big dog, you take it out in the snow and it runs like gallops through the snow, and then you get a little Chihuahua and they lift their feet up like they don't know how to stand on it. You just want to tee him up and boot him.
Just what a pig this guy is, though. No love for these animals. How could you just shoot and murder dogs? I don't get it, man. And it's like another, just a jerk off alpha male jock. I hate jocks.
Yeah.
I just hate them. Just a bunch of dummies. They all want to be funny. Their idea of being funny because they're too fucking stupid to say anything.
Whoa!
7:15.
Wow, I was like
7:15. You're throwing the F-bomb, Jimmy.
That was a knockout punch right there.
That would be picked up. Hopefully Al got that one.
Ow!
Did I say it?
We're going to say goodbye to Al after this week, by the way.
It sickens me.
Aww.
Al's leaving us.
They're just too stupid, jocks in general. This is the mentality that most of them are too stupid to say anything funny. So their idea of being funny is putting tape on a hairy kid's back and ripping it off, or pulling your underwear up going, they're dopes.
Yeah.
Fighting dogs.
And then setting up dog fights and then killing the dog. They showed some of the dogs that were involved in this that were alive with their faces just
all chewed up.
Completely like chewed up.
But killing them like if they didn't perform well in test fights.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of a savage does that to a dog?
Get rid of the weak ones.
He's in deep
Keep
ass.
the strong ones.
Yeah, so he's pleading guilty. What can he get? I hear 18 months. I hear 5 years.
He won't get 5 years. He'll probably get a year, and I don't know what. Maybe he'll be out in a year or 6 months. But
and then community service along with that.
It's going to hurt him badly. It's gonna.
Oh yeah, his career's done. I think.
Why would you own the land in your own name? I mean, how stupid is that? Loan a guy a few bucks. Tell him to put it in his name.
Yeah.
You don't put your name. Why don't you just put a big Falcons helmet on the front gate? Come on in, idiot.
He's not the smartest guy.
Here's the question. He's a huge star, obviously, in the NFL. He's going to plead guilty. He's going to go away for a while. What does the NFL do when he gets out of jail? Do they allow him back in?
Hell no.
You think he's done? Like
done.
The NFL says, no effing way. We could have this.
Damaged goods.
Depends on. I don't know, man. These guys let you in after shootings, after drug. It depends on the gambling allegations, because that's how they'll keep him out.
Gambling, yeah, because there's something in the contracts that say any kind of gambling, you're done.
Man, the three major sports are all effed up right now.
Illegal gambling.
Anyone else notice that? You got baseball with the steroids. You got the Michael Vick situation in the NFL. You got the ref who's now saying that there's what was it total? 20 other refs that might have been involved with this whole gambling thing.
Then you got hockey with the boring thing.
Hey! I love my hockey. Except the Islanders suck because they traded away their whole goddamn team in the offseason. Invalid media from Cleveland, Ohio, whatever that means. All the TV repair shops in Cleveland are now heroin dens, Jimmy.
Oh, good.
Because you were asking about... you guys were trying to figure out what these people that had this nice little job, they're doing now.
The oldie times. They had these little jobs that just kept them in business.
And this guy sent this in. My uncle was a TV repairman. He's now an alcoholic.
Good.
Good for him.
Good.
He found something else he was good at.
And we babbled for 20 minutes, and what we were basically trying to say, nice person from Whackbag wrote it in perfectly for us. Video games don't have lobbyists to defend them. Booze and the tobacco industry does. And that's why the politicians will not go after the really tough things in this country.
Afraid to take on the lobbyists.
Politicians just suck.
It's also very tough to defend violence in video games as an adult thing makes sense. But none of them will defend pornography, and none of them will defend that because, with violence with kids, you can't come out on that side.
But let's keep it in perspective. There's millions and millions of people playing violent video games, and they're not doing anything after they're actually relieving stress. I believe it actually helps you.
I agree.
But the politician will say, it's getting everyone rattled, and then they go out and commit real violence. Do they really? What percentage? I would really like to know the percentage.
It's fun. It's like a movie that you get to play in. Things like that. And as an adult, you shouldn't have to worry about goddamn kids being affected.
Yep.
I want to play it because I'm old enough to play it.
Yep.
You dummies. But everything has to cater to the children these days. Everything. We're all a bunch of wussies over here. Where everything, all adult type entertainment has been just ripped from us because a kid might get his hands on it. Screw them. That's when you smack them across the face and go, "Don't touch that." But you said you did as a kid. Do as I say, not as I do. That was one from my old man. He used to say that a lot. Well, Dad, I saw you do it. Do as I say, not as I do. And how do you argue that one? But. Damn it, he's the dad.
As soon as you do the butt.
But.
All right, listen.
He is. I'm sorry.
What happened?
They said his endorsement empire is taking. He's obviously no one's going to use him.
Well, no.
They stopped making his jerseys.
Little shelter.
Nike, Reebok have all yanked into. Oh, he is losing millions
He's
of
losing
dollars.
everything.
For what? Like, for what? How much could he have possibly made in a dog fighting
It wasn't
ring?
about the money, though.
Right.
What was it about?
About being just a barbarian and not caring that you're murdering innocent animals or just being indifferent to it. Just being a jerk-off. Just being a jerk-off in a pen with a bunch of other jerk-offs throwing money at these animals and watching them kill each other. Just awful.
Yeah, it wasn't
hand knives to each other and just stab each other. That I would pay to see.
Is that because we like dogs are our friends?
Animals
and
rely on us.
Because we just massacre. There's a cow holocaust going on.
We eat them, though. It's not done for cruelty. I mean, maybe it's barbaric the way they kill them.
Kind of sick the way you say that. We eat them.
Well, look, dude, you can't play fetch with a cow. That's the difference. Cow just stands there.
He'll stand there and put his tongue in his nostril.
It sleeps standing up unless there's a storm coming, and then it sits down.
Look,
what is that about?
I've said it before. They won't leave a building if it's on fire. Cows are of no value.
Yeah,
I think we should behead them even when we're not eating them, because they're dumb.
Yeah,
I'll slap a cow's face repeatedly,
and you can't get a cow fight together. You ever try to get a cow fight? They both stink. They just stare at each other, and their bottom jaw moves as they chew their cud. They just stare and go,
bottom jaw left and right.
Left and right.
It's just like...
And then they occasionally shove their tongue up their nostril and then chew some more.
What do you think the...
Get him! They both just stand there with their...
The first one that stops chewing his cud loses.
What do you think is going on in that dumb cow brain?
Nothing.
Chewing away.
Nothing. I wish... No, I don't. I think I'm... No, I'm not.
Is that a butterfly? I think that's a butterfly.
That's
chew exactly that cud,
and
dummy.
Dumb heads, all they hear is some dumb noise that means nothing to no one. They don't know if they're being milked or slaughtered or punched.
As they're getting electrocuted, so we have juicy steaks and burgers. Their blood pressure doesn't even go up.
No.
It doesn't even go up.
No.
They're still thinking of the butterfly they saw. I think that was a butterfly.
But at least we eat cows. We're not just sneaking them in
senselessly killing them.
Right, yeah, it's not done to be cruel. It
to
really
show what a man you are.
It's just...
Yeah, it's just, honestly, all kidding aside, because I know we F with Marge and all that, but the reality is you're listening to some animal lovers here, and that's just... Ugh.
More than one way.
That's right.
Hey,
cows may be dumb, but they also don't run when you put a stepladder up behind them.
Right. Hey, so we got the Michael Vick thing happening today. And if you're just waking up and tuning in the Opie and Anthony show for the first time today, we announced earlier the Van Halen tour has been canceled already. We don't have any more details on this. I guess they're doing a press conference later on this morning, so we'll find out why. We were talking about this last week.
We were saying when, and we gave them at least like 5 tour dates, maybe 4.
Right.
And then to find out that it's done already is amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So all we know is Van Halen has canceled their upcoming tour. More info this morning when they do some kind of press conference or a press release or something.
Oh, good. I couldn't wait to hear the new album. Probably have some funny title. What was the song? Oh, no. We're back! Yeah. We're back! It would be some cheesy...
And better than ever.
Better than ever. We're back! Stay together forever. Oh. Be some awful rhyme scheme.
Yeah. All right. We're not going to have to be subject to that crap.
And then that, like, what's his name would throw a line in, we don't drive 55. They throwing some slam on Hagar.
That's Sam. Oh, right. Yeah. Slamming him.
What do you think the reason is?
I think...
Someone on Pal Talk saying Wolfgang has too much homework.
What's his homework? Eating?
You can't even say Wolfgang. You have to... Wolfgang.
The preliminary stuff I was reading is Eddie back in rehab.
Really?
But, yeah, it's just what I was reading.
Ugh, again?
That's the rumor?
That's the rumor.
His voice.
Well, we'll find out more later on this morning, but Van Halen canceling their tour already. Hey, Justine Jolie, she's going to call the show in about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully. We're going to get an update. You remember Justine Jolie, of course.
Of course.
The lovely penthouse pet for September.
Very sexy girl.
Oh, my God.
Ow.
You know that Al does the show rundowns on 923krock.com? He does a great job because he adds all the links of all the stuff that we talk about on a daily basis. He really wraps it up nice, just gives you an overall summary of what we did on the show. E-Rock just popped it up, and I didn't get to read it yesterday for the first time in weeks. I was busy. But they got a picture of Anthony as Imus and a picture of Anthony as Reverend Al because we were doing the whole Imus and Reverend Al radio show yesterday.
Yeah.
That is downright,
That's creepy.
that's downright creepy.
Why is Al leaving?
I don't know. Very upsetting.
Al, you're a dope.
Wow.
Why are you leaving? Why didn't dumb K-Rock take care of Al?
He doesn't like us.
He likes us a lot, I think.
No, Al likes
he
us.
does,
We've come a long way with Al. But 923krock.com. Check out the show rundown. Just go to the Opie and Anthony page and see a really scary picture of Anthony and Imus put together. And Reverend Al and Anthony put together.
Yeah.
All right, hey, so Justine Jolie, she's going to be calling in 10 minutes. We need an update. But basically, E-Rock spanked her a bit hard.
Yeah, laid a hand on her buttocks there, and ow.
Yeah.
It just sounded like it might have hurt.
What's really funny, Justine says that she will let E-Rock spank her. Here it is, just in case you missed it.
Oh, really?
Pal Talk is wants to go to Wants to Beat You.
Who wants to beat me?
The people on Pal Talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can beat me. Or you can buy my video that's I'm a personal slave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. You can make me do things. It's a virtual interactive thing. It's kind of fun.
Hey, could E-Rock spank you? He's really good at
Nice
it.
granny panties.
Huh?
Can who spank me?
E-Rock.
All right.
All right, E-Rock, get up.
Well, you got it?
So you like discipline?
I'm not really good with discipline, which is really crappy. I can only handle discipline for a little while.
Yeah.
I just like to be roughed up.
Roughed up?
Roughed
So you don't mind a nice spanking? A nice hit to the hiney?
A nice hit to the hiney.
That is?
Lovely.
E-Rock.
Oh,
That's the E-Rock.
that noise?
I don't know.
That is the worst.
What's wrong with it?
That is the worst, owie sound.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Blending! Sounds like somebody's trying to take a crap.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
What is that?
Doesn't it?
It was just an E-Rock love tap. Just
I'm
kidding.
like, am I going to get spanked?
Yeah, you're going to get spanked. Right, E-Rock? So, there you go. We're back live. She was looking forward to the spank from
Yeah,
E-Rock.
she's like, I want to be a slave. I like this.
Yeah.
A little spanking.
Well, it kind of went horribly wrong, and that's why we're going to get the update today. But here is how it went down with E-Rock and Justine Jolie, the penthouse pet for September. E-Rock, you ready to go or what?
Am I getting spanked? Please, please, please.
How do you want it?
Oh, there we go.
She's begging for it, right?
Please?
I don't feel as bad. She's begging for it. Am I going to get spanked? Please, please, please. You want it?
Oh, there we go.
How about right there?
All right, E-Rock. Wait, E-Rock, you got to give her some loving first. You know how this is done, right? You need some.
You can't go for the whole crack. You got to give a little rub. See, there you go.
Now a little.
E-Rock is kind of just.
I'm Sam.
Rubbing her hiney in such an unsexy way.
It's not going to bite, man. I promise.
Here goes E-Rock.
Jeez.
He won't disappoint. All right, rub it a little bit. Rub it a little. E-Rock.
Kind of make it seem like you're into it. You know, like.
I am, but I'm like.
Lean your head on the pole or something, and.
Yeah.
Now E-Rock knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
All right, there she goes.
All right, there's a little rubbing going on.
Ow! Oh! Ow! Oh!
E-Rock.
You son of a bitch!
E-Rock.
Ow! That's
Holy
bruise, mate. Look.
Are you me? She's fair-skinned, too. You don't... Oh, my God. Do you know how to spank a girl? Dude, you're supposed to tap.
Ow!
I've done
It's not like you're beating women up.
Not. Ooh.
You don't
see, here I was all thinking, and he got crack, too. You should say no to crack, man.
Holy...
Didn't even get the whole ass cheek. Went for the...
I think...
Son of a...
Holy... That was so funny. He didn't.
I think that was a song.
You can see the handprint right through her underwear. Dude.
She still has her underwear on, and you can see the red right through it.
Wow. Pull that aside a little. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God. You can see
That's
the...
E-Rock's hand.
You can see the handprint, E-Rock.
That's actually... No, I can already tell because...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's all purple.
Oh, my God. Yes. E-Rock. Did you apologize to her?
Oh.
You need some mescaline or anything? You all right?
No, dude.
Oh,
No
boy.
wrestling on the show.
We got some stuff for you. You need some Vicodin? What do you need? I just hope the listeners understand how amazing that just was.
He wound up.
It's
wound up. Yeah, you're...
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see the handprint.
By the way, I need to hear a replay of that. That was... Holy... He wound up.
E-Rock turned a lot of people around today, man. He is a lot of people's
I'm not going to be able
hero.
to sit right for a week, man.
Hero.
Yeah.
A lot of people's hero. Wow, that's like the whole handprint. You know, Justine, I apologize. We're going to have to get a lot of plugs out for your for your penthouse spread. Now they're hugging.
Aw, good.
He feels bad, I can tell.
And there you have it.
Voice though. I like the way she talks. He feels bad. I can tell.
She gets into that Betty Boop thing.
She's got a weird little voice to her.
It sounds like somebody. Can't figure it out though.
Yeah. Well, after the break, we're going to get an update from Justine Jolie. I mean, by the time she left, there was a major handprint on her ass, and it was like raised. Into kind of a welt.
Who does she remind me of her voice? You're right. Hey, man.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out after the break. We got to take a break. We'll have her on the phone next. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, good morning. It's Opie and Anthony on this Rock Scream Tuesday. Want to try one real fast?
Sure.
We have Charlie standing by. Let's see what Charlie can do for us. What's up, Charlie?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Charlie. How are you, buddy?
Good, you?
Charlie.
You guys are Rock Scream, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're talking to you.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's not bad.
He kept it in like first gear too long.
Faded a little at the end.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't time his air right.
Yeah.
Because then when it came to the point where he really got to rock,
right,
he ran out of air.
We should try to get my first girlfriend.
Thanks, Charlie.
Called me. We should try to get her on the air tomorrow.
Your first girlfriend called you?
The first girl I ever had sex with called me when I was
Stop
in
it. Why?
Because she saw my book.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, she's in New York now for 2 days before she goes to Saudi Arabia. And she,
for what?
She's teaching there or something. She makes a lot more money there.
Oh, good.
I haven't seen her in 15 years.
Kiss her head goodbye.
She found Happy Endings, and she saw a couple of the letters in there. And she goes, yeah, I remember when you sent this, because she was the girl that I hooked up with.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and she's like, and that girl gave me that letter. You still have that? And I'm like, oh, my God, I got to talk to her.
Wow.
And you haven't seen her in 15 years?
At least.
Oh, we have to get her in studio,
It
man.
have to be tomorrow because she's leaving. It was weird. I got a call from her XM after the interview I did. It was bizarre out of the blue. This number comes up, and she's like, hi, it's Michelle. And I was like, wow.
How did she get your number?
I think I had sent her my cell. She asked me for my cell number through email. I would lose touch with her for a long time. Like she was in Miami for a while, and then she went overseas. She's traveled the entire world. India, where the tsunami was, she was there. She likes to travel, and I think she's a teacher now.
That is an odd situation. Not for you. You're just odd when it comes to your girlfriends and past relationships and things.
She was the first girl I ever had sex with when I was 18.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she was my first real girlfriend.
Oh, my God. We got to get her on the show tomorrow.
I know. She's a
Make
nice
that
girl,
happen.
too. Yeah, I would like to. I should call her.
And you haven't seen her in 15 years live?
At least.
Wow.
At least.
That's one thing, I don't know. I've been in touch with like one ex-girlfriend through classmates.com.
Yeah.
You know that thing? She sent me like an email and said, oh, hi, how are you doing? Hey, we should, get together. She's married. And she goes, oh, maybe we should get together. Me and my husband and you and your girl. Or if you want, just us two. And I'm like, that's a little odd.
Sounds like she needs a little spice.
No.
Or she's reading how much you make.
It won't be.
Realize she made the wrong decision.
It won't be.
Or she remembers the Cumia spine wrecker.
That's right.
Hit her with when she came over.
That's right, young man. The spine wrecker.
Yeah, the Cumia back caver in her.
She was the one the father used to drop off. At my house.
Oh, and he thought you guys were going to the movies.
Yeah, we were going to the movies or playing Monopoly or something. And the second his work truck would pull away, we'd hit the bedroom and just stand there the entire time until 15 minutes before she was ready to be picked up. And then it was cleanup time. And then drop her back off at the house. I dropped her back off with her dad. Her dad was like that guy that drives around the stripper for the bachelor parties.
He had no idea.
He had no clue that was going on. But that was it. I remember once I did something to her that she had never had done before. Actually, I believe she had never had anything done before, but then I decided to do something a little special. Where
which one? Do a little video.
Well, it's the thing where I wouldn't be able to talk during it. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to speak during it. Because that part of my body's busy.
Okay.
You know that.
Sure.
And yeah, it was very good. She enjoyed that. But then I asked if there was any way, and it was very hard for me to do this. I don't know how I worded it, but I wanted a little reciprocation.
Right.
On that,
right.
thing. And for some reason, she was all shy about it.
Okay.
And she goes, well, me and my friends have talked about that, but I never did it before. And she said, my friend said I should practice with a banana. So you can practice with the right here. Doesn't matter.
Right.
The practice end of it is still doing it.
So you went about it wrong. The way to do that is to go, psst, and when she looks over, go, open up, whore, and then run at her. Just run at her.
No, it was a girlfriend situation. It wasn't just a psst,
No, I know.
Chick.
That's the way you talk to him.
Kind of thing.
That's the way you talk.
That's the one. And then I remember briefly speaking with the girl that I tased on NEW. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Tracked her down.
She called in or something?
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I built a little taser from Radio Shack and was convinced it didn't work because nothing I built could work, possibly, so I hit her with it and she hit the floor. I felt bad. I tased my girlfriend.
All right. Hey,
look. He's supposed to be on the show.
Yeah, he's coming in.
He's coming in what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Luis Guzman.
Guzman. Luis.
From Boogie Nights. He's doing Jill TV right now. He'll be here a little later.
Yep.
Very, very cool. Hey, we're still waiting for Justine Jolie to call in. We can't get her on the phone. She promised she would check in today around 7:30. So far, we can't get her on the phone. So
probably asleep.
So we're standing by on that one. We got to finally play Pickle Phobia. We've been talking about this for over a week.
Ooh, from Maury's show.
Well, we couldn't get to it because we got busy with other things.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Maury in, and this is what we were talking about. He goes, if you think my Phobia shows are great with the birds and the cotton ball man, you got to play Pickle Phobia.
Yeah.
I've never heard this, by the way.
Girl's afraid of pickles, and Maury tries to cure her in his inimitable fashion, which is just getting as many of whatever item someone's afraid of,
right,
and pretty much throwing them at him. And it's no cure. It's just Maury being a prick.
Absolutely. So let's check out Mariah. She describes her fear of pickles.
This is what the sight of a pickle does to Mariah.
My name is Mariah, and I hate pickles. I hate everything about them. Pickles are destroying my life. People make fun of me. I feel ashamed that I'm actually afraid of them. When I think about pickles, I just want to throw up and run away. What I hate most about the pickle is the shape, the texture of it, the color,
The shape and the color.
All right.
Oh,
look,
boy.
You know, she's afraid of something else. I mean, the pickle thing is just covering up the real fear there. Maury sends her to a pickle factory.
Why not?
We wanted to see firsthand the extent of Mariah's pickle phobia. So we sent her to the Patterson Pickle Factory, where she would come face to face with thousands upon thousands of pickle.
Of pickle.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him going. I don't know. I don't want to see. It triggers me and it goes to my stomach. Please just please.
She is losing her mind.
She's a lunatic.
Nice strong girl there.
Yeah, that's her at the pickle factory. Look at the pickles. Look at the pickles now.
You look at those pickles. You're afraid of pickles? What's the matter with you? Pick up that pickle. God, pick it up now. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat that pickle. God, pick it up and eat it.
Angry Vince McMahon in the house.
What a dolt.
Maury asks why she's so afraid of pickles.
Good question,
Let's
Maury.
see if we get the answer
Good
here.
question.
Where did this all start?
When I was really little, I couldn't stand them.
You couldn't stand them?
No.
Well, a lot of kids don't like pickles. And they just don't like pickles, but they don't look, I mean, just because they don't do this. Huh? You've got to get over this, right? Huh? Do you have nightmares about pickles?
When I used to.
Stop it. Stop shaking. And you're a waitress?
Yeah.
In a restaurant? Aren't there pickles around?
Yeah, but I'm nowhere near them.
I'm nowhere near him.
I love Maury. He just knows how to handle these situations. Stop shaking! Stop shaking! Now! Jesus.
Stop shaking. She's scared, you dummy.
That is the worst thing to tell somebody when they're shaking. It's impossible to stop
shaking. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice I was shaking.
All right, I'll stop right now. No problem.
I'll stop these involuntary muscle spasms I'm having due to complete fear.
Right. Your heart is beating? Stop beating!
Yeah, Maury does sound like a baby shaker in that clip.
Right.
Stop crying! Shaking a baby. There it is. Stopped. It's turning blue.
Big show Endeavour. Maury, of course, has to bring out a giant plate of pickles to cure
Why wouldn't he?
Mariah of her pickle phobia.
Yeah.
Helpful.
Look at the one pink one in there. He comes in with the platter
on his lap.
Yeah. Pick out the pickle that doesn't scare you.
There's one in there that shouldn't scare you.
Get a good one.
Right. Just sitting there with the pickles on his lap. Get a good one.
This one's filled with strudel icing.
All right, here we go. The giant plate of pickles.
Shakia and Louise have confronted their phobia. Didn't like it. You're going to have to confront yours. You got to see a pickle.
No.
Like, why do they have to confront their phobias?
Because it's Maury. Dr. Maury. Dr. Maury, you're needed in psych.
Is this some kind in a medical journal somewhere? You got to confront your fear on a talk show before they go to commercial and move on to something else?
Right.
Confront yours. You got to see a pickle.
No.
Can we have a pickle, please?
No.
Or two?
Oh, my God.
Or two. Or 25.
God bless the listeners. When we can't think of the obvious, they're right there for us. Phil in Minnesota, what's up?
Hey, I was wondering if her uncle was Lou
Ferrigno. There you go.
Yours. You got to see a pickle.
No.
Can we have a pickle, please?
No.
Or two?
No.
Or 10?
Or 10. Stay there.
Mariah! Where's Mariah?
Where's Mariah?
Where's Mariah?
She's running around the audience hiding. She hid under someone's seat. Then the pickle man started coming after her there. So then she ran all the way to the back of the audience. Now she's down the hallway here.
Mariah, where's Mariah?
Where's Mariah?
You know what they should do? They should put, like, when they want to run and jump off something, they should put, like, a thing of hot oil that they set on fire and just watch these idiots jump into it.
You can't go anywhere.
Accidentally. No, they're running and they don't see this on the other side, and they go to, like, get away, and they just fall into a pit of burning oil, and we all laugh.
Mariah, you're on fire!
Where's Mariah? I don't have anything. I don't have anything. No. You have to confront them. You know, Gary's going to have to, he has to understand where you're coming from. All right? Okay, let's go back upstairs. Let's go back on. Oh, no. Go ahead. You don't like the smell of pickles either, do you? Okay, here's your shoe. Where about the other shoe?
I don't know.
Where's her other shoe?
There's a pickle in it.
We're taking them away. Can we get her other shoe, please? Is it up here? We'll get the shoe. Here's your other shoe.
How many shoes does she have?
Pickles?
And there you go.
She lost her mind. That's great.
We can't
Maury
get
doesn't
enough
care.
of the Maury Phobia shows. Well, our own Sam is going to be confronting his fear on Friday's show.
Yeah. Is it a fear? Does he have a fear of steak?
I think
hamburgers?
I think he just might.
Yeah. There's something going on with him.
Sam will be eating steak for the first time in many, 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 many years, right?
Ever.
You've never had steak?
No.
You've never had steak?
No.
Little sweetie.
That is weird. I think you cut up little steak for the babies, right?
Yeah. How did you never have steak? That amazes me. Is it the stringy texture?
He doesn't know. He's never tasted it. So you don't even know what
because chicken has like stringy texture to it.
What is it? Like, what would you think if you put it to your mouth?
I don't think it's anything specific. I think it's just steak is one of the things that I don't eat. I just would have a reaction to it that it's not something I want.
It's delicious.
It's not going to be good. I don't want it.
See, this is why I'm not a good parent, because his mother was like, well, we just found...
I know.
I would literally let him sit there and starve to death. That's why I'm not a parent. I can't do it.
Yeah, I wish
my mommy dearest.
I would never lose that argument.
It's not raw, Tina. It's rare. And she had to sit there for 3 days with that rotting piece of meat in front of her.
3 days?
Yeah. She kept putting it back in the fridge and said that she won't get anything else to eat until she eats her steak. And it was raw. And she would sit down at the dinner table, and then Mommy Dearest there, Joan Crawford, would put the same steak. Well, now it's starting to, like, rot in front of her, and she wouldn't eat it.
Did she eventually?
Nope, she won. She go the mother. She finally just said, "Okay, throw it away."
Wow.
And the kid and Tina got up and smiled like, "I beat you."
Did she really win though?
No.
She made the movie, that one. It was embarrassing for Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
Great movie.
So Sam,
hysterical.
As you know by now, Sam eats like an 8-year-old. Don't worry, we're not going to ask you what you ate last night because we know we know it's chicken
fingers,
little
pizza,
Elio's pizza, some weird dessert only 8-year-olds eat,
chicken nuggets,
and a glass of milk. We get it. We know.
It's weird the things he'll accept.
Fish bakey.
That's
Do you have fish bakey?
Did you have fish bakey last night?
I will always call it fish bakey now.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I had fish sticks last night.
We already know. But we found out after talking to Sam's mom yesterday that, Sam's a happy boy, and she never pushed it because, Sam's happy. And she's right. You look at Sam, he's a happy kid.
Happy boy.
But we're going to feed him steak and rice. For some reason, he hates the texture of rice, the feel of rice.
His mother said he had rice once. She kind of held his mouth open and threw some rice down there. I like that she was a little tough with you at times. Like grabbing you, pinning you down, and putting you on the roller coaster, and then holding your mouth open and shoving rice in there until you puked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That did happen.
So,
hold on, Sam, for dessert, do you want some sweet potato pie? I say that we have to have steak, rice, and a squash, and then for birthday for dessert it's sweet potato pie.
So you want sweet potato pie?
No.
That sounds delicious.
Apple pie. He hates apple pie too. Let's
How about mincemeat pie?
How about some shoe fly pie from the Amish? We'll get you some Amish food.
You want some rhubarb?
It has to be apple pie. He hates the apple pie.
Rhubarb.
You eat apple pie?
It's an American meal.
It's good though.
You don't like any pie? What is it about pie? Because there are so many different types. You can't just lump them all. They all taste different.
That's probably the texture.
The flaky crust.
Texture.
No. I eat pie crust. Like a
But
pie.
not the delicious filling. What's the matter with
I won't eat pie filling. No.
But you'll eat fish guts that have been battered in fat.
Processed fish
and
gut.
chicken fingers.
I saw that on a show, How It's Made. There's this boring show called How It's Made. But
I
you're
love
just
How It's
compelled to
Made.
watch it. I know.
It's not a boring show at all.
No, you know, it's an industrial film. They then roll the paper into tight bundles where I'm falling asleep, yet I'm captivated. I love this show, yet I hate it.
I could watch that show for hours.
They showed how they make fish sticks. And it's just fish pouring in and then being ground up and smushed through these things that make little cubes out of them. And then breaded with crisp crumb coating. Crisp crumb coating. I can't say it like that.
They make it into nice shapes. So you eat it.
Shapes.
Well,
Fish
Sam,
bakey.
here's the dilemma that Sam has. So I know he's not just going to eat steak and rice, you know.
And squash.
Because he's kind of stubborn. He's stubborn when it comes to all this. And squash and all that
And
crap.
for dessert?
Sweet potato pie.
And sweet potato pie. But we also know that Sam's a wrestling fan. So now here's the dilemma. We're going to have Mick Foley come in on Friday and cut up the steak nice and small with a little kid fork and feed our own Sam steak and rice.
How great will that be?
How great is this?
Mick Foley. He's a great
now you can't say
dad.
no because you've loved wrestling your entire life.
And it will be from the palm, which will be real food. You're not eating crap. We're not getting your garbage from
No, it's going to be
good
it's going to be a delicious steak that we're all eating on Friday morning.
It's like a $50 or $60 meal.
So you're in, right? Because Mick Foley's going to be feeding you.
He has to be.
Playing choo choo and all that.
Well, yeah.
Or airplane hanger, as Anthony likes to call it. I hope Mick Foley's good with the fork, where he's like, open your mouth, here it comes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he's not too happy.
Do you like
about
orange
this.
juice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have a real interaction with one of your wrestling heroes. You realize
but
that?
he'll be feeding me like a small child food that I'm probably gonna
Puke.
gag out and puke out.
I can't wait to see his reaction. He's never had steak before. What if he eats it and you enjoy it?
He won't like it.
What are the odds that you might enjoy it and add it to your
But that's the
your
thing.
diet?
Do you like salt?
Yeah.
Okay. You put a lot of salt on it, and you'll probably like it even more.
Put a lot of salt on it?
You can. You'll like steak.
Salt is good on steak.
You can't not like steak. You really can't. And then you'll love the sweet potato pie at the end. You'll
what if he likes
you love the
steak?
squish.
Well, if I like the steak, then you still will get your moment when you try to make me eat rice.
You'll enjoy the rice too. It's good.
No.
It's good for you.
Rice creeps him out because it's like bugs or something.
I don't know. Yeah, we're going to get to the bottom of it someday. But that's on Friday's show. We got to take a break here. But Mick Foley will be feeding Sam steak and rice and sweet potato pie.
And no, don't forget the squash.
And the squash.
Summer squash.
You might like summer squash.
Summer squash.
Summer vegetables suck. I hate summer vegetables. All right, guess the sound today. We're going to try to figure out what this is after the break. What is that? Give us a call, 877-212-O&A.
I know what it is.
What is it, Jimmy?
It's a man with big metal shoes stepping on kittens while crinkling tinfoil over his head. Is that correct?
That's what I was going to say.
Is that correct? His big metal shoes.
Oh, we'll find out after the break. It's Opie and Anthony. We're in the middle of Guess the Sound on the Opie and Anthony Show.
In the middle of... I have to watch when Opie pushes the buttons down.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a new system.
No, I was watching, and I said the BJ word right when you hit the buttons down, and Sam went, "Oh, jeez."
Did it go over the air?
I watched. No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not even close.
I know Al would get it down the hall.
Yeah.
Here's the sound for today.
I know it.
Yeah?
Somebody making cat popcorn.
Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris, what's up?
Hey, guys, listen, that's the sound coming out of the dryer vent over at the little shelter. Some people use tennis balls. Marge uses blind, three-legged cats to fluff up the pillows.
Poor Marge. Leave Marge alone. Let's go to Neil in Boston. Neil, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? That's Kittens in a Hurricane.
Kittens in a Hurricane is the sound today.
Could be.
Thanks, Neil. Neil's listening on BCN, and if you are listening on BCN, wake up!
It sounded like a steamroller using kittens to fill a pothole. Because it was that roll sound, and then popping, which I would assume is a kitten's, and then the mewing of the unpopped yet kittens.
Getting ready to be molded into the highway.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I said wake up to BCN, people, because Jimmy's going to be making an appearance up there this Thursday.
I'll be on Touch and Rich during the day, 4 o'clock up at BCN. I'm doing my last happy ending signing, I believe, at Barnes & Noble in Boylston Street in the Prudential Center, I think. Boylston.
6 o'clock, yeah.
6 p.m. and Club Soda Kenny will be there. He's asleep.
Kenny, what's wrong? You awake?
Oh, look how sleepy he is.
He was actually sitting
He was
there.
asleep. I saw he's been asleep through the whole break.
Yeah.
He's been nodding off. Oh,
now he's
Kenny.
stretching.
He was up last night.
Scratching his head.
Case of homosexuality. Just confused and sweating and turning. Why do I think these things? I keep remembering what I saw at the gym.
I could control everything else in my life, but I can't control these dreams I have
I can't
in the middle
control
of the night.
these thoughts.
Right.
My urges.
He has to go to rest areas and just yell at men that tempt him. Get out of here.
Instant feedback like crazy coming in here for Guess the Sound. Ben C. He writes, it's Marge losing her mind and smashing her way through the wretched cattery.
The cattery.
Mike M. from Boston, is that sound Marge? It's all about Marge today again. Is that sound Marge getting overrun by the cats because they're sick of her taunting them? They're sick of her taunting them, possibly with some kind of fish smell.
Oh, kittens in a room full of rat traps.
Nice.
That one just came in.
You got Rex from Houston. Guess the sound. Nice. A cat rendering plant making cat bakey.
Cat bakey.
And then you got Stephen S. from Bayshore. Marge taking off her underwear in the cattery.
Oh.
Can we hear that again? Because I think I know this one. Is it a man eating ice cream?
Man eating ice cream. Certainly sounds like that.
Let's go to Josh in Brooklyn. Josh!
There's kittens in there.
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Yeah, I know it is. It's the cat bowling alley.
A cat bowling alley?
Yes.
Is the suggestion
That's right.
today. No. Why don't we get the answer so we can move on?
Yeah.
Here's Jason. Jason, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
It is, it's a crazy old bat hurling food at her 400 cats.
Yeah, some Russian lady feeding 130 some odd cats.
That's what that is.
130, maybe more cats. Some Russian lady just kind of walking around her house, just dropping food.
Oh,
and what you hear is the tapping of the paws.
Little pads?
Yeah, going after the food.
Is that where she lives in her house?
Yeah. Listen again. They're jumping off all surfaces to get at the food. A stampede of cats going after the food.
Is there a video of that?
Is there a video of this?
Hey, Rock.
I'll bet you they
that is a
poop all
cat.
over.
That's a cat feeding frenzy right there. Yeah. Is that amazing?
Can't crazy cat people just have one that they're really nice to?
Just one nice cat. Like Jack.
Little white paws.
He's got little white paws. He keeps them so white. And his little white belly. That's what he does. And he loves to play.
Holy yes. Here's the video. Crazy Russian cat lady, if you go to YouTube today.
Wow.
I'm
Look
sure
at them jumping around. I
I'm
wish
sure
they'd
Al
eat
will,
her.
Al will have this link on the show rundown on 923krock.com later today. Wait, go start from the beginning there, E-Rock. I know this is radio,
If
but...
IM pops up, I'm going to ask you to move it.
All right, so she opens the door. One cat jumps at her immediately, jumps about 3 feet off the ground. She now closes the door. She's in some kind of bathrobe. She's a Russian lady with a yellow bag, and now she's just throwing food all over the room. And they're just going nuts.
The crap must be everywhere.
Yeah,
It
but
seems like she has them all in that one room, though.
Yeah, you know what? It seems like this was set up for a nice video.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe for a TV show or something, because the room looks too clean to have 130 cats in it.
Yeah, a bunch of cats.
Look at that. They're just going completely nuts, like a feeding frenzy with
It'd be
130 cats.
so great if they jumped at her throat and just, like, ate her.
I'd pet them.
Would you pet them?
Yeah.
Under the chin? And they put their head up.
Yeah, let's go to George in Baltimore. George?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I've seen the video online, too. It actually says it's a 2-bedroom apartment that she lives in with 130 cats. There's
Downstairs
absolutely no
neighbors
way.
must
You know what?
love that.
I'm not buying it. I think it was just set up for the video. I mean, 130 cats
Steve,
in one
real
room.
or fake?
I'd say fake.
Steve? Steve?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm
real.
Steve is saying real, which means it is absolutely fake.
Well, the actual video is real, but it's a setup job.
No, CGI.
CGI?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of videos, don't forget to go to break.com today. There's an amazing faceplant. They're calling it the ultimate faceplant.
The ice skating one?
No, this is the bike
Oh, the good
trick
one.
that they're showing all over TV
I
today.
thought it was great.
The guy goes over a ramp. Go to hardest faceplant ever, the first video.
He lives, right?
This might not be the one they're showing.
Who cares?
us.
You're right.
This guy goes over a ramp, unless this is a different one.
They really don't...
Oh, this is a different one. They're showing one on TV today. Guy goes up a ramp with his BMX bike. Wait, here's the... Ooh.
That kind of hurt.
That he lost teeth on that. He jumped off a roof with his skates.
Yeah.
No, but the one they're showing on like Good Morning America, we got the big TV on behind Anthony. A guy goes up a ramp with his BMX. He's trying to land on the roof of his house.
Yeah.
And his face catches like the gutter. Wham!
Oh.
And then he goes backwards.
Nice.
He goes backwards.
They don't spend much time on character development on these clips, so you really don't care about the person.
No. There's no storyline. So
No, I could give a crap. We just watch people do horrific things to themselves and go, ha, 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 ha.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they're hoping
I love
something goes wrong with these stunts. If they complete the stunt, it's not as impressive as getting injured. Hey, Wired Magazine, what is their problem with us? We might have a job for the pests, if the pests want to get involved
The guy's
here.
in Denver.
He's in Denver. Wired Magazine, they're talking about the new rating system for radio.
What is Wired Magazine, by the way?
It's like tech. It's
We've been featured in Wired Magazine
many times over the years.
I'm not sure if it's so much Wired Magazine or Steve Knopper. Knopper.
All right, hold on. Wired Magazine's going to have to wait. We got Mick Foley.
Oh.
Calling in. Mick Foley.
Yes.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
Yeah, man.
That's a phone call.
That's a phone call. Mick Foley's going to be part of the whole O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show this Saturday at the PNC.
Nice.
We can't wait for that, Mick Foley.
Yes, neither can I.
And you're going to come in on Friday to help us out with a bit.
Yeah, I understand I have quite a challenge on my hands.
Yeah, we got Sam. He's a huge wrestling fan. He eats like an 8-year-old, and we're going to feed him steak and rice for the first time on Friday.
And squash.
And from what I understand, I'm going to attempt to personally feed him.
Well, we figure, Mick, you're a good dad. You know, we figure you kind of know these things. None of us here, we're all inept. We don't have kids. We just don't know how to do this. You seem like a guy who would, and he does idolize you.
Okay, well, that's where he differs from my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done anything right in several years.
That's just a touch of reality for you when you go home, huh? You get all these kids that love you everywhere you go, and then you get home to your kids, and you're just dad.
Worse than that, I wanted to show my younger kids what I used to do because they were claiming I was a stinky wrestler. So I put on the DVD of me beating The Rock for the championship way back in '98, and my kids actually started booing me. but I can make them eat. So this is where I have an advantage because Sam idolizes me, and I am a dad, and I will make Sam eat.
Yeah, if you have to, just punch him in the face.
Yeah, and don't be confused. Sam is 23 years old, but you really got to treat him like he's one of your little kids.
Yeah.
We want all the motions you would do with the little fork as you're trying to get him to swallow the steak. Like, what would you do back in the day there, Mick?
Probably go with the fork becomes like the little airplane. You know, and here it goes.
Airplane.
You know, make the noises. And if that doesn't work, I will resort to violence, probably.
Yeah, put a little rice on the end of your fist and plant it into his mouth.
Yeah, plant it right squarely in the middle of his face.
I'll do what needs to be done.
You make him eat that rice. Make him eat it!
Mick, we're having a good time with Angry Vince McMahon on our show.
Angry Vince.
We can't get enough of Angry Vince.
So, did we find out who Vince's son is yet?
No, I keep hoping I'm going to get the call and find out it's me.
You think it could be anybody?
Well, we found out.
Oh, wait, Sam, yes?
It's a boy. We found that out.
It's definitely a boy.
It's a guy.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about any of the girls.
And he's a current wrestler.
Yes.
In the WWE.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, superstar, so.
Yeah.
I'm going with Stone Cold. That's my personal.
You think Stone Cold? They do both have bad attitudes.
Yeah, but they have that great history, you know, and remember, for those of you who were watching the show a while back, you know, there was a time when I considered Vince to be a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think it'd be a great way to ease me back onto the show in a regular way.
Here comes the airplane, Mick. Full of food. You're going to eat it. You eat that food! That's right. Put it in your mouth.
All right. Well, Mick, we just wanted a quick call to make sure you're in as far as this bit goes. Because if we just gave Sam like a really nice, and it's going to be a really nice steak, I'm telling you, he will not eat it. He would refuse. But knowing he's a huge wrestling fan, now he's got that dilemma, and he's going to have to do it now.
Yeah, and just show it. Maybe get if it's a great steak, get a second one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can eat side by side with it.
Oh, believe me, you are cordially invited.
There will be plenty of steak for everybody on Friday.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks to the Palm restaurant?
Palm.
Yeah. They make a good steak there.
Fucking quality.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll come up with some tactics, and like I said, if need be, I'll use physical force.
All right. Anything else? Everything else all right with you?
No, everything's great. I'm looking forward to this. We get the traveling virus on Saturday night that I'm looking forward to being part of, and then our SummerSlam is the next day.
Yep.
So it should be a great weekend, and I'd like to get it off to a great start by having a complete success on my hands on your show on Friday.
Very good. The highlight of the weekend, not SummerSlam or anything.
No, it's being
feeding
on our show.
Sam steak.
Sam tiny pieces of steak.
That's right.
As he plays airplane hanger with a 24-year-old or 23-year-old.
Yeah.
Who acts like an 8-year-old.
Right.
And for dessert, he wants sweet potato pie.
Yes, he does. All right, Mick.
I may even rework the infamous green eggs and ham story. At our Sam.
Oh.
Yes. There was a story about a guy who wouldn't eat only because he didn't know what it was that he was being asked to eat. So. Right, there's an incentive.
Sam, I am.
Well, you like children's books and stuff, so maybe we'll have you read a little something. How's Christmas going for you, Mick?
Christmas all year I celebrated, so it's good. It's good.
And I bet that was a cool thing with your kids when they were younger, but now they're like, "What's wrong with Daddy? What's up with this Christmas thing in the basement all year round?"
They still, I think they're still traumatized. They couldn't figure out why they could play with the choo-choo train upstairs, but downstairs, like they'd go near the Christmas tree. Be like, that's not a toy.
That's not a toy. You stay away from that tree.
For the people that don't know, Mick Foley really does have a Christmas room in his house. And when you have young kids, it must be the coolest thing ever to just go downstairs and see the Christmas room in the middle of summer. But now that how old are your kids there, Mick?
They're like 15, 13.
Wow.
Yeah, now they think Daddy's just crazy. Yeah. Now they think Daddy needs to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I had the talk. You guys don't necessarily know what the talk is, with the oldest one.
Yeah,
right.
I had to explain to him that I understood there were certain things that teenage boys did, and that it wasn't like I was saying you can't do that, but I did tell him you can't do that in the Christmas room.
All you need is more tinsel.
Certain urges. But God forbid I catch you doing that stuff down here in the Christmas room, it's all over.
I have a feeling you're the only one enjoying the Christmas room in your house at this point in your life. You're just sitting there.
It's supposed to be the special occasion room, and I used to even lock it when I was gone. But
yeah, well,
room with a good TV, so I come home and nobody obeys the no eating in the Christmas room rule. No watching TV when Dad's not there. So I guess everyone's got to have now that I don't get beaten up for a living, I've got to have some type of
How about you
psychological problem.
How about you turn it into a sports room or a your own personal strip club? It's over, Johnny, with this Christmas thing.
Christmas. It's nice and wholesome and family-oriented.
I'll put a stripper's pole in the corner, and we'll have guests appear.
All right.
But anyway, we could talk that over. But I will be successful on Friday when I come see you guys live.
All right. Cool. By that you mean you will be able to feed Sam steak and rice for the first time in his
I believe
in his life.
I will. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mick Foley.
See you Friday.
All right, I'll see you in a couple days.
Right on.
Cool.
There he goes. Good friend of the show, Mick Foley, everyone. All right, hey, Luis Guzman is
he here?
Yeah, he's here in the green room. Oh my God, we got to take a quick break and talk to him, and we'll get into this Wired magazine thing, I guess.
Yeah.
This guy has a problem with us for some reason. It's Opie and Anthony. It's Opie and Anthony. Show's flying by today. We got Luis Guzman, making his way into the studio. Mick Foley was just talking about the big comedy show this Saturday at the PNC Arts Center out there in Homedale, New Jersey. Yep. All the comedians you know and love from the show. The tour is wrapping up. This is one of 2 dates left. Right now, we got a pair of tickets to the Virus Tour at the PNC Bank Arts Center on Saturday, courtesy of Blades of Glory on DVD, in stores everywhere Tuesday, August 28th, but we'll give away a pair of tickets to a random caller right now at 877-212-ONA.
And Luis is coming to the studio. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How you doing, man?
Very good. Very happy. I was looking at your resume. I didn't realize you've been acting since '77, man. You had like a long, good career.
Well, from 77 to I think 85 or something, I didn't do anything. It was it was a fluke.
You had a one-shot deal there?
It was a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened from 77? Because there's something called Short Eyes. Then in 83, I was going to ask you actually, because like sometimes when somebody's starting out, there's big gaps.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I did Short Eyes, it was because my buddy wrote that movie. It was a play first, and then they made it into a movie. So he came to the block and picked up a bunch of the guys to be background back then. So I wasn't pursuing being an actor back then. I was a social worker on the Lower East Side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
A social worker.
And you just lucked out, kind of? That you got discovered by your buddies in the neighborhood?
Well, what happened is when I did Miami Vice years later, I ran into the same guy, and he said, hey, they're coming to town. Why don't you see if you could get a part? So I got me a part, and all I wanted to get out of it was enough money to buy me a used car so I could drive to Orchard Beach on the weekend. That was it, for real.
Are you do you train, or like, are you just like one of those guys who's just a good actor?
I think I'm a good actor.
You didn't go to like acting school or any of that stuff?
No, actually, I studied for 2 years, but that was like right after I got in the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that probably seemed like silly training. I was like, I know how to do this naturally.
I didn't know what I was doing, so that's why I took classes for 2 years just to like sharpen my tools and stuff and my skills and understand my instincts a little bit better.
Did it work, or did you think everybody was an ass in there?
No, it worked.
Yeah.
I'm here talking about it today.
Yeah, it's just thought it was more of a natural thing though than
well, for
trained.
me, it was. I mean, really, I didn't train to become an actor. Like I said, I just wanted to understand the craft a little bit more because I used my whole life growing up on the Lower East Side is my reference.
Yeah.
Well, the Lower East Side used to be a really scary place. It's slowly turning around, but back in the day, man, there was some crazy S going on there.
Yeah, man. Well, back in the day, it looked like a bomb hit the neighborhood. So.
Yeah.
Why a social worker? Like usually guys go into social work after you get sober or after, things go really bad. Then all of a sudden, all right, things are okay now. Was there a reason to be a social worker, or were you just it's just what you wanted to do, or was there a terrible story behind it?
Well, I've always liked people helping people help themselves, and that was my calling. I love doing it. I love working with young people. I really love seeing people turning their life around and taking charge and stuff. And like I said, the whole acting thing was a fluke. I didn't expect that to happen. I just wanted to get a used car out of it.
It's interesting you say that because you don't give that impression in your roles that you would actually care about people turning their lives around. You care more about throwing people downstairs.
You could have been nicer in Carlito's way.
Right. But the thing is, like you mentioned Carlito's way, I grew up with guys like that. So, when I'm able to portray guys like that, say, okay, this is my reference, this guy that we used to hang out with in the back room of a social club at 4 or 5 in the morning shooting pool.
You're in one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's a movie that never got the play it should have gotten, Q&A. With Nick Nolte. It was directed by Sidney Lumet. It's an amazing film. Nick Nolte is this really weird homoerotic rogue lieutenant who likes trannies. It's just the greatest bad cop story ever. Timothy Hutton, a little dull, but I mean the rest of it was a great movie, and you were great. You plays one of the detectives. You and Armando Sante had a great scene together.
Yeah.
That movie never got the play it should have gotten, but I've been a fan since way back in, I guess, was it 87 or something like that?
Yeah, no, that was 90. A great movie. Actually, it was written by the same guy that wrote Carlito's Way, Edwin Torres.
Oh, really?
He wrote Q&A and Carlito's Way.
Was that Sidney Lumet's daughter that played? And I know this is kind of weird for people who haven't seen the movie, but there's Sidney Lumet's daughter, I think, plays the role.
Yeah, Jenny.
Yeah, she's a kind of a new actress. You when you saw the credit, you're like, well, that's kind of an odd casting, and then you see the credits, and you go, Lumet makes
now I get it.
Yeah, but
never any aspirations of being a leading man or anything like that, or. Because you were one of those guys for years was like, oh, that guy. Yeah. Oh, that guy. And then you just start to get your name out there where people now know your name.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just happy working.
Yeah.
I'm happy doing good roles. I'm happy doing good films and stuff like that, and good material comes my way. So I'm just a happy-go-lucky camper, man.
But you are one of those guys. It was like J.T. Walsh or Craig Nelson or a lot of these guys. Everybody, you can't go anywhere. People go, I know you. And then like Frank Vincent too, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, and all of a sudden the name, one role, and all of a sudden the name clicks and everybody knows the name.
Yeah.
And
it's interesting to be walking down the street and somebody goes, "Hey, Louis." And I thought, you know me, I know you. As opposed to, hey, you that guy, right?
How was it working with Pacino?
Yeah, that guy.
Pacino was great to work with, right?
Oh man, that was classic working with Al. He's a pro, great team player. It was great working with him.
I see. My thing is, I know I always talk about myself, but acting, I act very mildly. I did an audition yesterday for a Dane Cook movie, and Dane's a buddy of mine. And I had to go on tape, because they're casting in Los Angeles, so I had to go on tape and here in New York. I put myself on tape with an awful casting directors never read with you. They never give you like a real read. It's always like, because they're all failed actors and just awful people. And it was embarrassing. I should have sent a snuff film. It would have had a better shot at landing in this comedy. I was atrocious in that performance.
Well, yesterday you were sitting around, and I thought you were talking to yourself.
I should have been, and I should have just taped it and then mailed that to Dane.
Jimmy was practicing his lines during the show yesterday, during the commercial breaks. Yeah,
Mr. Fabersham.
It was
too bad you weren't practicing today. You would have got some nice advice
right here, man.
Some tips.
He would have helped you out there, Jimmy.
I'll give you a tip, man. The best thing is just be yourself. Don't act like somebody you're not.
That's the thing. I try to be charming sometimes. He would see me act for 5 minutes and then call the place he used to do social work at and go, I got somebody who is not going to make it in acting, so if you guys have a spot.
And then the hands. See, what do you do with your hands when you're acting? When you're just walking around in life, you never think about, where's my hand? But then the second you get a script and your camera's going, you go, what do I do with my hands?
In his case, the hands are around people's necks.
Well, that's true. So. Or it's one is on a gun.
Yeah,
or a knife.
He always has something going on with his hands in these movies.
Have you ever been in a scene where you're like, where you're acting with somebody, you're doing a scene or play or whatever it is, and you're like, I can't believe I'm working with this person?
I think I do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I pinch myself every day. I pinch myself the fact that I'm here right now. You know, for real. I mean, it's like I said, I stumbled onto this. You know, it wasn't something that I was pursuing. It's just something that happened, and like I said, I've been blessed with the fact that I gotten all these great movies to work on with all these great actors and stuff.
How about the chicks? Have there been chicks coming your way since?
Have there been chicks coming my way?
Yeah, since the
they come my way, man, but for some reason they just don't see me.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm not like Mr. GQ. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, do you have chicks coming your way?
You raise an interesting point.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
No, it's accurate. Believe me, it's a good example.
You know, it is though. Jimmy's charming.
Yeah. I'm not
he
charming,
like charms people. Well, you're despicable lowlife, but you're charming.
But when you look at a guy like Nicholson, that's the beauty of being in the business. It's like a guy like Nicholson. Look at him now. There's a great picture of him. You see a picture of him recently? He's on a boat, and he looks pregnant, and he's eating a sub sandwich, and he has like a bunch of models, and you're like, that's what the beauty of being an actor is.
No, that's the beauty of having
being Jack.
Yeah,
Right.
and having all that cash.
70 with a sub at his fat face and a bunch of 10s just sitting around ogling him.
Let me tell you, I just ordered a pizza pie, man. I don't think I'm going to get much play off for pizza pie.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
as
no,
Jack.
Jack's on a yacht. You know what I'm saying?
How about the new film War? What are you doing in this with Jet Li and who we
Jason.
interviewed also?
Jason
Statham. We've interviewed him too. Who do you play in War?
I play this guy named Benny, who is a double, quadruple undercover agent.
Oh, kind of back and forth.
Kind of like a very layered kind of guy.
Don't know which side you're on.
Oh, I know what side I'm on, but you just don't know what side I'm on.
Yeah.
You know, I run like a real underground fight club and stuff, but that's just my front. You know, yeah. Really suspenseful guy. Huh? They're like holding their breath. Okay, so.
Well, how does the movie end?
The movie ends was like, okay, I got it now.
Oh, it's one of those, who saw that coming?
Loose ends up until like the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's
and
like you're trying to figure it out, why is this guy doing it? What's his purpose? And oh, snap.
So like your shirt. I've been sitting here trying to figure it out.
There you go, baby.
And I don't get it's an I Love New York shirt but instead of the heart being there with the I Love New York, it's you.
It's me, baby. Louis loves New York.
But isn't that the I?
The I?
Yeah, isn't the I, the letter I would be you.
I, Louis, love. There's like a lot of love in the Louis, New York.
Yeah.
It should be Louis, heart, and Y.
Yeah, but
that is true.
Yeah, but you see these shirts all the time. They just, they take the heart out of the I Love New York thing, and they put something else in
They
it.
put a smiley face.
Or something.
They put a
So in this
cat.
case,
See, that would be I, Louis, New York, which means, you shoot up New York, you beat up New York, you sell New York some drugs.
That's a good interpretation, actually.
Okay.
You know, one of my favorite Louis Guzman moments was in Boogie Nights, where you're just trying to convince them that you're built for pornography. That's the greatest thing. Is that it's just like that's the type of asses that hang around pornography. Are these guys that just kind of know the porn people?
Dude,
they try to convince them they belong in.
Dude, I met Ron Jeremy. I said, I can't believe that pot belly guy.
Yeah,
getting all that play. I must be doing something.
Yeah, well, Jimmy met him too.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Well, no, he's got to tell you the story now. He had a threesome with Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, me and Ron, the
yeah.
same girl. It was I hosted the Porn Awards in 2004, and at the end of the night, I went up to my friend's room, and Ron was. Let's just say that Ron and I connected. We kind of just looked at each other. You couldn't see the girl anymore, but we could look at each other's eyes.
Basically, they could have played cards on her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a definite difference between Ron and me.
Now, let me ask you, which end were you working on?
Let's see. I could look right down and see her eyes.
Oh, okay.
Ron was handling all the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Heavy lifting, yeah.
What was I going to do? You know what I mean? She toyed with me. She's like, oh, yeah, it's good to see you too, Stu. But she just did this.
There you go. You get some play.
Yeah, but that was just because I walked into the right place at the right time. That had nothing to do with being Jim Norton or being me. That was just lucky. My friend hooked me up.
Lucky and go for it.
Yeah, Ron shares. He's like, hey, come on. And I had a suit on, and I did.
Nice.
Jimmy's downplaying it. He's got a beautiful girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who's very, very funny and loves him to death. But before that, Jimmy, he would pay for it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of money spent.
Yeah, he's got a book that.
Did you write
talks
it
all
off
about
on your taxes, bro?
I would. You know what? I've actually wondered if I could write prostitution, escort service, and stuff like that off because I am technically using it in my act. I'm a comic, so I
Sure.
talk about it. So maybe it's some kind of a loophole.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Also in Traffic, by the way, which I loved, one of the most disturbing scenes ever. That was with that's the one with the girl laying back and the drug dealer on top of her.
Oh, yeah. He's right at the door, and he's that close to finding his daughter, but he didn't find her.
Yeah, she
at that point.
They don't come to the door, and the black drug dealer's on top of her, just
man.
railing away. Yeah, that was really.
What was disturbing about that?
It was like you could see your daughter doing that, but I could also see myself having drugs and getting a girl to have sex with me.
There was a conflict. Jimmy had a little conflict.
Yeah, it was really
over that scene.
Like that's gotta be awful. You know, your only daughter is giving herself up like that just to get high. And
yeah, well, unfortunately, that happens nowadays, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's bad, I guess, but I guess I've capitalized.
It was a good movie, man.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
It was a great. You've been in a lot of great films, man. You're very. You're one of those guys like Frank Vincent. You just pop up in all these classic movies.
He's pretty much been in every film made in the last 12 years.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
You've been in them all. Oz, too, was very good. That was a very popular show.
Oh, yeah, no, I love doing that. We had a great bunch of guys, you know.
Yeah.
Tom Fontana wrote a great show with his team of writers, and it was great to work on.
The only bad part was I think they knew it was ending, and so they tried to wrap a lot of things up in the last season, and it was like, wait a minute, this is going by pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, I tell you...
like someone's found guilty. All right, execute him.
Let's go. He's out. It's like, you don't ever get... I never knew any of the characters that got paroled. No, think about it. Everybody's like, you get killed. That's your way out.
Yeah.
So
they would kill like main characters all the time, so you probably never knew.
You never knew. The only thing that I asked that when I got killed, please don't let Adabisi kill me.
Yeah.
As you're saying his name, I was going to ask you, did he die in the series? 'Cause I didn't see the end of the series.
Adabisi did, yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
That little sideways hat. He was
yeah, that's cool.
He went on to being Lost.
Oh, don't tell me.
Well, you're not done with that yet?
No, I didn't really like it.
Oh, son of a bitch. How do you not like it?
I don't know. I don't love Lost. I'm in
silly.
season 2. It's just getting too weird for me. I'm going to give it another chance.
Too weird, but that's just it.
I know.
Then you got to...
That's the idea of being lost. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like
They're
a little
lost.
bit too much. You know, it's like I like being lost with dinosaurs maybe, but it's just getting too weird. It's like, something they built. It's just like, all right.
All right.
I knew Jimmy would get bored with it.
A lot of people are asking about John from Cincinnati, not to bring up, but the HBO canceled that show. And
yeah, man.
It seems like there's a lot of fans of that show listening right now.
Wow.
They all want us to ask you about that, if you have any inside scoop on that.
Yeah, man. Well, I was really disappointed to hear it. I encouraged them keep calling HBO, and it was a great show, man. It was one of those shows that you really had to think, you really had to process, The answers ain't laid out for you, and it's like you got to really be checking out to see what's going on.
How many episodes did it last?
We shot 10 episodes of that, and I was surprised because HBO, you go for a couple of years at least,
Well, one would think, but believe me, them calling up doesn't help.
Same thing happened to Jimmy.
I was on a series for one season.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Which one was that?
Lucky Louie, and we lasted for one season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it happens. It sucks.
Those asses had Arliss on for how many years?
I don't know. I guess it was popular.
Oh, stop it. Could be the worst show ever on television.
Oh, was it awful?
Cable or broadcast.
You
weren't in Arliss, were you?
He probably was. He probably had a walk-on part.
Probably had a part in it. He's in everything.
I maybe I watched it by accident.
Yeah, okay. You just tripped over the remote and it popped on.
Yeah, sure enough.
We got to plug the movie because their music is playing because we're off the air before 9 o'clock. The movie is War. It starts with Jet Li and Jason Statham.
Jason Statham's great.
And Jet Li is hard to work with because he probably doesn't speak we interviewed him. He doesn't speak English. But,
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, man, okay.
Why, he spoke English?
Huh?
He spoke English when you worked with him?
It was like sign language.
Yeah, broken English.
Yeah.
He gave us a little broken English when he was in here.
Yeah, a little bit, but
a little bit.
Kind of hard to.
It was kind of awkward there. We had a tough time with him.
Really?
He seems like a great guy, and whatever.
Yeah,
His films are good, but
kick your colon out.
as far as a radio interview, it was a little tough because you need to speak the language to communicate.
Yeah.
Also in Magnolia, you've done a lot of.
He's done everything.
And the movie comes out when?
Friday.
Okay, this Friday, it's War.
I did all my own stunts on it, too. You'd be proud.
Are they really stunts?
Yeah, man.
Oh, cool. Why, though?
Why?
Yeah.
I've been working out and stuff, and I figured it was time I could show that side of my talent, you know.
Detect a little sarcasm.
You know what I'm saying?
Just a little.
They've already recognized the ability. Now it's time for the sexuality and the masculine.
There you go.
That's how you get the leading
You
role.
never know what's next, baby.
All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you, Luis.
And we
Hey,
will
guys,
be
thank
on
you.
XM
Thanks,
for the
bro.
next 2 hours.
Right on.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony. Have a good day.
The virus is spreading.
We are live on XM Satellite Radio. Radio.
Hi, exclusively XM people and internet, I guess.
Pictures, Eric, in the new studio.
We got Justine Jolie finally calling in. Finally calling in. Had a little with my mouth when I tried to say her name. I don't know.
happened?
I don't know. I went.
Justine.
It just kind of mouth fart.
Pocket hash.
She was supposed to call about an hour and a half ago. Of course, the penthouse pet for September. Justine Jolie, everyone. What's up, Justine?
Hey, dude, I so get into FN life. Apparently, I so missed the call.
Yeah, we wanted you on about an hour and a half ago. We played the clip of E-Rock giving you a spanking or
Really?
one shot to the bottom.
How's that hiney?
Yeah, we want to find out how the hiney is.
It's kind of bruised. I'm
Can you
damaged
send us-
goods, man.
Can you send us a picture or something?
Wait a minute, could I? And
Yeah,
you
it's
got
the future.
MMS, man?
Menstrual. What?
And what?
MMS, picture
What's-
messaging?
Yeah, it's,
I don't know what that is.
Picture
What's
messaging? Has anybody ever taken a picture message?
No?
Yeah.
What do you sound like? We're trying to figure it out.
Well, right now I kind of sound like a raspy whore because I drank last night and my throat's a little scratchy.
Well, it is Monday night.
Did
It
you-
was Monday night.
Did you get plowed
It was
last
Monday
night?
I know. Huh?
Did you get? Did you have some of that sex last night?
Oh, dude, come on.
Did you?
I've hit on like 3 men so far and like several women, and I can't get play from anybody. I don't want to hear it.
You can.
You
Wherever
hit on
want.
men and you don't get play.
No.
Where are you, in Chelsea?
Just bring the magazine with you. Guys will fuck you just because you were in Penthouse.
Yeah, I mean you got a nice spread in the Penthouse
Hear
magazine.
about that?
I think
Positive.
I think what turns off guys is what you do with your voice.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you today because you have a nice spread in Penthouse, but when you do weird things with your voice and get Betty Boopish and I don't know, it's
Okay,
kind of weird.
fair enough, but I'm still not honestly getting any play, man. I went to hang out
And the
with,
man thing, you can't say man.
She's
I
a
like
man.
that.
man.
It's
Do you really?
Yeah, it's cute. It's like, hey, man. It reminds me of something I don't know what.
Hey, man, save me a pose. Dr. Beeper.
Yeah, she sounds like a female Dr. Beep.
Dr. Beeper and I.
What?
Nothing. That was a reference from an ancient movie.
Yeah.
Ancient
So,
movie, are you sure?
yeah, we're pretty sure about that one.
I think she
Came out about 30 years ago, so that's pretty ancient as far as our time goes.
Yeah, so to say, it's not pretty ancient.
What year did that come out in? So, maybe 80.
81
Oh, was it 81?
or 80.
Yeah,
no,
right around there.
Airplane was 80.
I think it was
Caddyshack
79,
was
man.
81.
Oh, Airplane?
Man.
That came from Airplane?
No, I think...
No, it came from Caddyshack.
I think Animal House is 77.
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack. No, Airplane was 80. I think Caddyshack was 81 or 82. Let's try that. Iraq, answer. Answer. Iraq, answer, please.
I'm going with 1980.
80 for
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack?
Yes.
No, I think Caddyshack was after Airplane. Not much. but-
Caddyshack was.
You want me to find out?
Airplane was 80.
Wait,
boy.
Airplane was what?
80.
80, okay.
So then Caddyshack has to be 81, right?
Caddyshack.
Man.
Okay,
Come on.
1980.
80!
Same year?
Yeah, baby.
What a year for comics.
Nice. And let's not forget Caddyshack 2, 1988. Oof.
Caddyshack, the 19th hole. Who's in that?
Too, which was fine, but why are we referencing Caddyshack again?
We always talk about it. We love it.
Yeah, we love Caddyshack. See, you're a broad. You don't understand. It's
You know
a guy
what? I
thing.
am abroad, and I really don't get the Caddyshack thing. I'm like, wow, you know what?
Caddyshack is one of the greatest comedies, if not the greatest comedy of all time.
Yeah.
It's right up there. Right up there.
I love when someone mistypes something and they typed, it was in the year 19080.
Wow.
He meant 1980, but it's like
19.
Wow.
Oh.
It's in the future.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
I am laying in my bed. Why?
No, I mean, like, what?
Are you naked?
Yeah, could you be useful for us today?
Clothes on. Huh?
All right. Could you be useful at least? Maybe, I don't know, use your vibrator or something.
You have a vibe?
You got a vibe, man?
Man.
I just want to know what's really sad.
What's sad, man?
I was about to say, when I was packing, I actually left my Hitachi magic wand at home.
Oh, your what? Your Hitachi magic wand?
Where's your dildo, Spicoli?
I break it out.
Something must have happened to him, man.
Man.
She talks like Spicoli.
And she talks over everybody.
Something must have happened to him, man.
Come on.
So where'd you leave this Hitachi magic wand? Oh, she
loves to talk. Well, that's good. So how's your ass?
My Hitachi magic wand is very disappointed because it hasn't gotten any play in the last 6 months, and my ass is pretty.
Why hasn't it had play? You don't. It's not like you have to talk to it or anything. You just turn it on and use it.
A dildo that doesn't get used gets gummy.
Ew,
It gets gummy.
Yeah, you gotta let that vibrator shake all that crap off every once in a while, man.
It starts to look like the end of a faucet that hasn't been used in a while, and that stuff crusted around it.
It gets, the whole thing is that it gets frustrating.
It starts looking like an egg beater that hasn't been in the dishwasher in a while, man.
Ew,
man.
You guys are mean. No.
No, man. We're talking about everybody's vibrator, man.
Man.
All right, so where's the Hitachi magic wand?
Hitachi magic wand is in Los Angeles.
And where are you?
New York.
Why are you still here?
Oh, what? I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to be here? Am I not allowed
No. I mean, I mean, you're in a hotel, right?
No. I lived here half the year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. I love living here, actually. It's one of the coolest cities in the world.
It absolutely is, man.
That's what they say. You can make it here. You can make it anywhere.
So, how's your ass?
I want to know where that line producer is, actually. The gomeless gargoyle that decided to fucking hit me.
E-Rock?
E-Rock.
They haven't talked since the big spank.
Did he get back on his fucking diet again?
Oh,
Justine.
nice.
Where's that fat fuck? Did he get back on his fucking diet again?
Nice.
E-Rock?
Hello, how are you?
E-Rock, comment?
No, I don't really care how she's doing.
Oh.
Justine?
Yeah, well, I don't really care how he's doing either.
Really? You just asked for me.
Yeah, well, I asked you, fat fuck, how are you? You work out with that girlfriend of yours? You still think you deserve to have her?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's not envious of you in any way.
No. I'm not saying she needs to be envious in any way, or even should have been envious. I'm just saying with your personality, do you think you still deserve her?
Yeah, she didn't think I hit you hard enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right, well then, you know what? I'll make sure that I bring in a cane next time, and we'll see who's fair. You ever seen a cane? It's a piece of bamboo.
Hold on a minute.
Less than
I've been waiting all morning to use this one. I know timing's everything yet, but she'll babble anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As this queues up, here it is, our latest one.
Right center field. McLouth is back to the track. He leaps at the wall, and it is gone.
Yes.
It just cleared. No,
do
they're
they
saying
say now?
two. They're saying it's a double. It went just under the wall.
Oh, just under the wall.
That's different.
So, Justine Jolie.
Yeah.
Penthouse Pet for September.
Uh-huh.
How's your ass, man?
You know, man, you damaged me. No, it's fine, actually. It really
Your
is.
butt cheek healed up. How's your asshole? Because I know he palmed it a little.
Yeah.
You know, that's perfect, too. All
right, Mom.
So there's,
It's all a
is
little
there any,
puckered. It's all cute and pink.
so there's no bruising, anymore?
Little brown Mom?
No, actually.
Purple Mom?
I had that all massaged out, believe it or not.
Got a roid Mom?
I went to a masseuse afterwards, actually, to make
Nice.
sure that I wouldn't get any bruising. So
Oh.
Did you?
yeah, I did.
Mon? Hey, why don't you masturbate?
Huh?
How about you do a little of that masturbation for everybody, Mon?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Stick
Don't I
that
get
hand
any
down there in
play?
bed.
Do I get any play? Do I get
Just
like,
think of,
a sexy hot guy to come and help me?
E-Rock.
Ew, what? I said a sexy hot guy, sweetheart. I didn't ask for the gumless gargoyle in the corner.
Oh, boy, she called you a gargoyle again there, E-Rock.
Oh, yeah, she got me.
Ooh.
What's your problem with E-Rock? I don't really get it.
The fact that he tried to bruise me and he's a misogynistic prick.
Oh,
E-Rock.
That's someone that hates women.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, that is somebody who hates women, or if you were doing it for
Well,
the
they
show,
know now
that's
because they
great,
had explained
but
that
you're
before you
still a dick.
explained it. Mon. What?
That's right, Mom.
I was like, even if you were doing it for the show, you're still a dick.
Well, I don't know if he was actually doing it for the show. He just doesn't really understand how you do a spanking.
Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think he knows how to do a spanking. If he's been having sex for a while, which that's not a guarantee either.
Oh, wow, E-Rock. That one's got to hurt. That one's got to hurt right there. That was a good one.
From a whore who's... Yeah, right. Okay.
What? She's not a whore just because she's in Penthouse. He might have
ran out of steam on that when he went...
said that I was a whore?
Yeah, he might have called you.
He said from a whore who's, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm absolutely comfortable with my sexuality and you still have to live in the closet.
Ooh.
Oh.
E-Rock?
In the closet
E-Rock?
with a girlfriend?
You're a homo, E-Rock? Is what she's saying?
No, I'm not saying that he's a homo. I'm just saying I'm comfortable with my sexuality. It doesn't mean that I'm a whore. It means I'm absolutely comfortable with it. You, on the other hand, apparently can't be. Must, feel threatened and have to call me a whore.
Ooh.
Wow, E-Rock, that's a good one. You got to admit it.
Threatened?
She's good. She's good, this one.
How am I threatened by you?
I don't know. Again, going back to the misogyny, it's not.
Well, what do you know? Let's start with
Why
that.
would you call me a whore? What would I have done? Except for being comfortable with my sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mind, showing my nude body because I'm comfortable with it. I walk around naked. I sleep in my bed naked. I'm a nudist. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just wondering what makes you so bloody uncomfortable with my sexuality that makes you think that I'm a whore.
Yeah, E-Rock.
Yeah, why
Good
would
question.
Why would your first action after seeing her naked be, hitting her really
To
hard?
pretty much punch her in her asshole.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, you
That
gave
is
her asshole a black
rude.
eye. Sorry, I crack myself up sometimes. Man.
That's right, Mom.
None. You guys should smoke a big fat ass bowl like I did, then you'd still be saying none.
Oh, you did?
You smoked some of that dope this morning?
Smoked some of the guns.
That'll get you far.
All right, what can we stick in you today?
What? Stick in me? Okay, now wait.
Yeah.
Just to have a vibrator doesn't mean it goes in. I just like.
All right, well let's play around the rim a little bit.
Put your fingers in your pussy.
Yeah.
Just slowly reach down and.
Yeah, just kind of put your fingers in your,
Yeah, turn everybody around because you still have a few haters out there, believe it or not.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. You're beautiful. You're in the September issue of Penthouse.
Oh, well,
What do you got?
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Deserve a huge kiss. Too bad I'm not there to give it. Oh, where should we start? Should I start by playing with one of my hard nipples? Because it was lovely.
Should we have E-Rock leave the room because he finds
please.
this
Have that
gross?
fat fuck leave the room.
Ooh.
Hey, fat fuck, can you leave the room? She's about to masturbate.
And you're disgusted by it.
And you're disgusting her.
She's implying...
Because you think she has cooties.
You haven't earned the right.
She's implying that you're a pussy dryer.
By his foul, disgusting,
E-Rock hasn't gotten past the point that girls have cooties.
Yeah. He was trying to punch her cooties away.
Right.
Because the cooties come out of girls' assholes.
Right.
Did you think E-Rock was sexy?
Hey, fat fuck, can you leave the studio? You heard her.
Yeah,
Did you think he was sexy, Justine?
By any chance?
Ooh, can you leave the state?
No.
All right, he refuses to leave, Justine Jolie.
Oh, that's gross. He's disgusting. I can't believe after he hit me in the ass, he wants to stay for me to masturbate just because he thinks what?
Excuse me. When you refer to what E-Rock did to you, could you just say that he hit you in the asshole? It just sounds funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? What did you say? I didn't know.
Just refer to what he did to you as hitting you in your asshole. He punched you in your asshole.
No, there was no punching.
There was no punch.
It was open. It was an open hand.
It was like one of those things that if you're a ninja, you do to someone's nose.
Yeah.
You take the heel of your hand.
Yeah.
And poof, pop it up. That's what he caught her asshole with. The heel of his hand.
He caught me with the thumb. No, he didn't actually punch
Thumb.
me in the ass.
Wow.
All right, get back to being hot. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man. Let's go, man.
Man. So, yeah. So I think it was at my nipple. Wait, does that fat fuck still have to be there, really?
He's gone.
Hey, fat
You chased
fuck.
him out.
Nah, he's still there. And he's being defiant for some reason.
He doesn't like the fact. E-Rock doesn't like the fact that she really thinks he's a fat fuck.
Yeah, I think you hurt his feelings by calling him a fat fuck.
Oh, well, then get back on the diet. I don't feel guilty at all. I actually normally would and be like, oh, I feel really shitty.
Wow.
Actually, Chris K. from Wilkes-Barre, he's saying, can you refer to the incident as a judo chop to your asshole?
Is that exactly what he referred to it as?
A judo chop.
Judo chop. I mean, he would like to pretend that he's all massively kung fu.
And Stuart from Charlotte, North Carolina, E-Rock made her brown eye blue.
Made my brown eye angry is what he fucking did.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to pay him back by spanking him?
Well, I'd like to pay him back by splitting him open with a cane, yeah. And I mean, actually splitting his skin open with a cane. I mean, I think that would be fair.
E-Rock, would you allow that
today?
today?
He doesn't necessarily have to take his clothing off and model for people. I do. So when he did that, he put me back by a week for work. That's why I'm still in New York.
Yeah, but you could have done some kind of slave thing, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
With that bruise.
No.
No? See, I don't know the business.
All right.
I thought.
Come on. Fingers in the pussy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you got to start by
Fingers in the
rubbing
pussy.
the nipple first. What do you think?
Nipple schmipple.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Rubbing the nipples after 5-10 seconds is overrated. Let's go.
That's enough.
Let's go, Toots.
Hey, I like my nipples. They get.
That's good. If a guy is there with you, he'd pay attention to the nipples. But on the phone, it's like, are you playing with your nipples? Not so much.
No, I've been playing with my nipples the whole time. I don't even know why I'm saying it.
So just throw 2, 3, 5 fingers in there.
Yeah.
I can get 3 in. Actually,
You get 3 in?
Thank you.
All right, shove them in there.
No, spit on your fingers and spit on your fingers and shove them in.
Right. Like you're looking for something under your counter.
Yeah.
Like I'm hey.
Like you're trying to reach something. Like you're trying to reach something that's just out of reach with your 3 fingers.
Like you're trying to reach something under the dresser.
It's like, oh, God, my fingers are almost there.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Shove them in there.
Getting really close. To maybe slipping one in.
Oh, no fingers in yet?
Oh, I lied. One.
One's in?
Mm-hmm.
What about the next one? Put the phone down there. We want to hear squishy noises.
Oh, I can't put. Oh, ew.
Squishy.
Just do it, man.
Come on, man. I want to hear squishy noises, man.
No, I'm not going to end up making squishy noises.
Come on, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, hang on. Is that squishy enough for you?
I heard a little squishy.
Yeah, spit on your hand. You need a little more lube, it looks like.
No, it just doesn't make squishy noises. It's a little too tight for them.
E-Rock, by the way, is listening in on this.
Yeah, well...
Just jerking off.
I feel really, really bad for his girlfriend.
Why? Why do you feel bad for his girlfriend? She's beautiful.
Well, no, I mean, obviously
she's a looker.
She must be. But I'm just saying I feel bad for her because she has to put up with such a prick for a boyfriend.
Wow, you're not getting over this. I thought by now we'd be past this whole punch to the asshole. But it wasn't a punch, though.
You take a little judo chop to the ass.
A little judo chop, yeah.
Yeah.
Right to the asshole.
Judo chop to the ass.
Yeah. E-Rock is, what's wrong? Why are you rolling your eyes? We got a beautiful girl on the phone. She's making squishy noises, man. and you're rolling your eyes over there.
Microphone.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here comes E-Rock again.
Yes, but say I can hear him.
Could you just do what they asked you? This is taking forever.
I am
Just
doing
get
what
to it
they're
already.
asking me to do.
Well,
So
we're
got a couple of fingers up there.
Multitask. I'm sorry that some of you can't. I'm sorry that you can't, E-Rock.
Put a thumb up your ass.
Yeah, let's go with the.
Ow, no.
Just put a thumb up your ass.
No, that's it only.
Could you put a thumb up your ass?
Yeah, who's looking? Just do the thumb up the ass.
No one's looking. Spit on your thumb.
How about E-Rock do it first? And then
Hey, are you into weird stuff? Are you into weird stuff?
Like what kind of weird stuff?
Can you like shit in a bag and throw it up against a wall?
Oh my God. I just want to meet the person who can't.
No, I'm serious. Are you ready for your morning dump?
No.
How funny would that be if we could listen to that? She takes her morning dump.
Okay, wait
Jimmy's
a minute.
in.
Why would you want to listen to me taking my morning dump?
Because this is what we
great
do.
radio.
This is different. Like all the radio shows, they get the hot chick on the phone and she does something sexy and everyone laughs and jerks off and we move on. Well, let's go a little different today. How about hot chick taking her morning dump? Possibly, preferably in a little baggie, and then you throw it up against a window.
But if you don't want to do that, we'll just listen to you like sitting there.
Hey, yeah,
releasing.
E-Rock, do we have the audio of the girl doing exactly what we just mentioned? If you
will
can
be
find
more
that,
than happy to take a steaming pile if I can throw it on E-Rock.
E-Rock, would you allow shit on your face?
E-Rock, comment.
Surprisingly, he said no.
Really? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I thought he was totally into scat porn.
No, he's not.
Do you take big dumps or little dumps?
Yeah, what kind of does it taper off nice or is it kind of like stewy?
Big soft serve ice cream or milk duds?
Huh?
I was going to say it depends on if it's a Python night or a Pebble night.
Well, what did you drink last night?
I had a bottle of Chardonnay.
All right, a bottle of wine. Any drugs?
A bowl.
In a bowl.
Oh, all right. You smoked pot. I'm sorry, and you had a bottle of wine. What did you eat? What kind of munchies did you have?
What did you have for dinner?
If you need to know, I had a little pasta with a little asparagus and chicken.
Ooh, that's
all on the pasta. And I had a little side of red sauce, and I had some of those spicy mussels in a red sauce, and a little salad.
You know, all that sounds fabulous, minus the meat.
Whatever.
This is fascinating.
What were your munchies last night?
I had sweet potatoes. I had Flight of the Condors is what I was watching last night. I had spinach, green beans, mac and cheese, which I made from scratch, and
Jimmy's a pro when it comes to this. What do you think, Jim? It's probably going to be pretty solid, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But loosey-goosey because of the spinach. It's going to slide out. It's going to slide out nice.
No, the spinach won't come out yet.
Mac and cheese, we can only hope she's lactose intolerant.
No, because then it'll be a big
and then
soupy
I also
mess.
had a very rare brie with olives and crackers. So.
Oh, that could be a mess. that could be a pile of venison meat.
That could be a pile of grossness, except for as soon as, by the way, whatever comes in, whatever goes in your mouth should immediately leave.
Oh?
Yeah, it shouldn't
What?
just stay in your body because it's kind of toxic if it does.
Oh, so you're bulimic?
No, I kind of already did. I already took my dump last night after I ate, dude.
Can't go through you that fast.
Yeah, what are you, a goose?
Huh?
It doesn't go through you that fast, like 18 hours, I think.
I thought you meant when you sucked a dick, the guy had to leave right away.
Well, that too.
Like,
all right, Justine Jolie, you're boring everybody. So you want to take a dump in a baggie and throw it up against a window, or do you want to masturbate? What do you want to do?
I'll masturbate. I'd rather take a dump in a fucking huge plastic baggie and then throw it on E-Rock. But since
E-Rock, that would be cool.
We all would.
What if the baggie's sealed? What if she comes in sometime this morning with her shit in a bag?
And you just feel the sheer weight of her shit hitting you.
Hitting you, E-Rock. What do you think?
No shit gets on you, but it would be like that thud of the shit hitting you.
should I put it in the freezer or should I put it in the microwave? So
No. Would you give Eric a hot plate? Listen, if we put a plastic baggie over it, like if we put like saran wrap on his face, the old dignity saver, would you, if you want to pay him back, would you give him a hot plate?
I certainly would.
That's where you fucking drop a giant a pile of soupy shite all over his fucking neck face, straighten him right out.
All right.
I would eat nothing.
No, Iraq, if it's all plastic bag, it wouldn't even touch you.
24 hours just for that.
No. All right, listen, Jolie, we got the clip. Listen closely. I know that's tough for you, but listen closely. This is a lady, I think she's a truck driver, where she hangs with a truck driver. She took a crap in a plastic bag, and then she throws it up against the window. This is the real deal. Here it is.
Okay, I'm tying the bag up. Did you hear it?
Yeah. Do it again.
Okay.
Come on,
throwing her shit bag against the window.
Look, we all got a good laugh. Now, is that real or not?
That's real.
All right, one more time.
Throw it against the window?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really starting to stink up the truck.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. You actually took a dump in a plastic bag?
Justine, who are you talking to?
I thought she was live. Apparently not. No, but did she really take a dump in a bag and kept throwing it against it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's about the only way that call could have ended.
Oh my God. All right, well, she's okay. We're making
blah, 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 blah.
She's been in 100 pornos?
Really?
According to IMDb?
Softcore?
I don't know. We can look up her IMDb.
Or, big
right.
one in the asshole.
Hey, we, some of that asparagus coming up from last night.
Wow.
There you go. Hey, we got Wired Magazine. Some dude over there, Steve Knopper.
Steve
Knopper.
Douche Satchel.
Is the K silent? It must be. So it's Steve Knopper. And the guy doesn't like us, and he can write whatever the fuck he wants. We're trying to get him on the phone, but of course he's avoiding us. Hold on a minute. Hello?
Yeah?
Who's this?
Justine. Who's this?
Justine who?
Jolie.
Oh, what's up?
How you doing?
We're doing very well. We wanted you to call in today because we want to know how your asshole's doing.
Are we going through this all over again?
Going through what?
We were talking a little while earlier. And I kept
about what?
into E-Rock.
About what?
Well, I have to know if that lady was real about pooping in the bag and then throwing it up against the window.
What lady? I know that back in the day we had a lady who'd crap into a plastic bag and throw it up against a window.
Yeah, that's
in a truck.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing that?
Do that though?
Why are you bringing that up today?
Dude, you're the one who. Hello?
Yeah, Justine Jolie, what's up?
What's up?
We want to know how your asshole is today after E-Rock kind of slapped it really hard.
Massively slapped it and tried to hurt me. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it all bruised and stuff, or? All right, Wired Magazine. So this guy, Steve Knopper, just taking cheap shots at us, whatever, but the guy won't come on our show to discuss this.
Of course.
There's a new rating system for radio. We can't really get into it too much, but we can read this article. Arbitron's portable... writes this article, and it starts off by saying, ever wonder why those twits, Opie and Anthony, get to be radio stars?
Twits?
So call our show. And
ever wonder why cuntbag Steve Knopper gets to write for a magazine?
He's in Denver.
What?
Go ahead, Jimmy.
How do you spell his last name?
Knopper, Knopper. I believe you could go on Wired Magazine or Wired.com, and you could comment about this article. Is that true there, E-Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you can go to Wired.com and comment about this particular article.
You know why twits like us become radio stars, you idiot? Because we go on the radio and give people a show that apparently they enjoy and want to listen to.
Right.
Steve Knopper. Why are people fucking... why would people read your articles? Because you write about us and we talk about it. Believe me, no one was fucking reading this.
And you know what? I know it's easy to just, beat the crap out of him on Wired.com, but some other people ask him, why won't you go on Opie and Anthony's show and discuss why you called them twits? They would really like to know.
Go ahead.
Instead of hiding behind your stupid keyboard.
He covers the music business for Rolling Stone. Of course he does. Of course he does.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, he's one of those too hip for the room.
Yep.
Wannabe little cunts.
Right.
He looks like a little mama's boy.
Wanted to be a rock star.
Or a radio guy. He wanted to be
Couldn't.
something, but what he is, look at the fucking Elliot Gould smile on his stupid face.
I have no respect for journalists that won't come on our show after they write something, about us. If you were brave enough to do it with a typewriter, with your laptop, you should be brave enough to call our radio show.
I like to give him the speech Elliot Gould got in American History X.
Steve Knopper.
Yeah.
Oh, what a jerk off he looks like.
Hold on a second. Who's this?
Justine.
Justine who?
Jolie.
Hey, Justine, Jolie, what's going on? You were supposed to call 2 hours ago.
Yeah, well, I called in now. Actually, over 2 hours. Wait a minute. I've been on the phone with you for 40 minutes.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
No. This is the first time we're talking to you. How are you?
Did you, did the other
Come
show?
on, guys.
There's
I called in at 9:02.
There's two shows going on here, the XM one and the one for the FM station. You sure you didn't call them? Because they fuck around like that sometimes and take our calls. So you might have been talking. You might have been talking to them. They might have been screwing with you.
Except for I just totally railed E-Rock.
E-Rock's not even in today.
No.
Dude, don't even play. E-Rock was in. I know.
No shit. No. What?
I heard his voice. And I was railing him, telling him he should go back on his diet.
I really don't know what that's all about. But, Justine, we wanted you to call in today because E-Rock last week did, slap you in the asshole.
Yeah, well, slap my ass. Almost
Yeah.
gave me a bruise where I couldn't work.
Right, so we want an update. How's your ass doing after E-Rock slapped you so hard last week?
Fine. Absolutely fine. I went to a masseuse and made sure that they, rubbed the arnica in pretty deep.
Oh.
Wait, why would you go to a masseuse? Because you're... So, Steve Knopper.
Oh, what is that?
Huh?
It's, good call, I think Opie said it. Well, the wannabe jerk-off with the fucking lipless smile is a wannabe rocker. And, and there's pictures of him in a band. Go up a little higher, please. The name of it is called... How high, buddy? It's called An Evening of Blurt in Chicago, and it was The Empty Bottle, and...
Back in 2000?
Yeah, he's raising money for Cabrini Green tutoring program. The Lester Bangs Memorial Tribute Band. And I'd love to get audio on these fucking dickbags. He plays the synthesizer or piano.
Oh, of course does.
He's just a nerd.
Huh. Well, ew.
What an asshole. Wannabe failure.
Yeah, he wanted
You're
to be a rock
fucking
guy.
failure, dickbag.
Just a jerk off
and you
for rights.
can't stand anybody that's been a success in whatever they do because you're a fucking failure. You write for a bunch of magazines. Great. You write little blurbs in a bunch of magazines. Can't hold down one fucking magazine. No magazine said, wow, you're good, we want you.
Oh, my God. And he's married, no offense, he's married to E-Rock.
With a wig.
With a fucking mullet
Wow.
wig. He looks like Eric with a mullet wig.
E-Rock with a spinal tap wig.
No offense, Eric.
None taken. Too bad E-Rock's not here today. Hello, who's this?
It's Justine. I keep getting cut off.
Justine who?
Oh, come on. Justine Jolie.
Hey,
I know
Justine.
I'm on your shit list. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
No.
We feel bad with what happened last week with E-Rock. He slapped your asshole really hard. And you were supposed to call about 2.5 hours ago now.
Well, dude, I called ages ago. I called at 9.
Well, you couldn't have called at 9 because that's in between radio shows.
I know. You guys were on.
We have like a 10 or 15 minute break.
I know. And I waited on the phone for 10 minutes until you came back.
So, Justine, E-Rock, slapped you really hard in your asshole last week, and we just want to know how your ass is doing today. So, can we read this article from Steve Knopper? He writes, ever wonder why those twits Opie and Anthony get to be radio stars? Blame Arbitron. And perhaps yourself, he writes. I guess he wasn't down in Washington to see how big this show has gotten. Since the 1960s, the survey research company has paid listeners to keep a handwritten log of every station they tune into. Arbitron crunches the numbers, releases the ratings, and presto. Doofus shock jocks stay on the air. So he has a problem with shock jocks in general. Doofus. But we're more than shock jocks.
Doofus.
It's so typical of a fucking guy that writes for Rolling Stone or one of those magazines to be like one of these just elitist little cunts who's writing about a show that he's in Denver. He probably he's never heard, or he's heard very briefly. We're not on in Denver, and I doubt he has
certain news about us.
Yeah, he's one of these little snotty wants to be seen as this like really hip genius type of guy, jerk off.
There you go. And he writes, now with the introduction of its portable people meter, the company is on the verge of a radical leap into the present. The BlackBerry-sized gadget clips the listener's clothing, eliminating the log. Participating broadcasts are encoded with the inaudible ID code, which is picked up by a sensor in the device. Whether you're bopping to Kylie Minogue in your car or swaying to Air Supply in the produce aisle, he just used the worst two examples ever.
He's either trying to be clever or funny. He's doing one of the two. It's not even honest writing. He's trying to be clever or funny.
Your only job is to carry it, says Arbitron's Tom McCarthy, and we know when you do. After 5 years of testing, the system was rolled out in New York and Houston. It was not rolled out in New York and Houston, you dope. It was rolled out in Philly, and I'm not sure about Houston, but definitely not New York.
Jackass.
I think New York, it rolls out in the fall. Or like October, October is the fall, of course. It'll go nationwide by 2010. Eventually, Arbitron will have 70,000 of these deployed, all but banishing survey bias from the ratings. All this is good news for Aerosmith fans. Rock stations have been losing ground to hip-hop, Spanish, and talk, but they score high on the people meter. Unfortunately, that also means Opie and Anthony, whose main outlet is New York's K-Rock. Unfortunately, that means they may be with us a little longer.
Oh,